Welcome to the Big Blue Crew Sports Network.
Welcome to New York Giants Full Access with Big Pat Sports Talk, where you get the latest and realest Giants news and content. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Want to talk your talk with Big Pat Sports Talk and become an official Big Blue Crew member? Hit the join button in the description. Wanna look fly is some Big Pat Sports Talk merch? Head over to the Big Pat Sports Shop and grab you some gear. The link is in the description.
New York Giants Full Access, all Giants, all the time. All right, Giants fans. New York Giants Full Access is now live. Enjoy the show.
What's going on, Giants fans? Welcome to another episode of New York Giants Full Access with your boy, Big Pat Sports Talk. Thank you guys for tuning in. We got Mets here. What's going on, Mets? Hey, thank you guys for tuning in. And we got another New York Giants Full Access for you guys tonight. What's going on, Daniel Berry Sports? Thank you for tuning in, guys. Hit that like and subscribe button. Just wanted to go live with you guys tonight. Might just be me and Mets tonight. I think Lou is busy, coach is busy, and NYG might pop up in a little bit. But man, we just wanted to talk about Browns and Giants this Sunday,
From the dog.
noon. Yeah, 1 Eastern. This Sunday, we are 0-2, and the Browns, I do believe, are 1-1 coming off the victory off the Jacksonville Jaguars. And we just want to talk about that a little bit tonight and maybe do a little film review of us against Washington. I do have all our offensive plays. If you guys want to go through those plays, you let me know through the chat. If you want to go through those plays, I can do a quick film review of our offense last week against the Commanders. What's going on, Kev? Ghost Dog, thank you for tuning in. He says we might get blown out. I don't know if we get blown out, but I do believe that we may lose this game, but I do have hope that we may win this game as well because their offense is like our offense.
It's about just as bad. Lots of curls, lots of flats, and they have an overrated dimwit under center in Deshaun Watson. The only difference is that Jones has at least kept his nose clean off the gridiron, where Watson has got himself in this legal trouble.
Yeah, so and I'm not here to talk about Watson's legal troubles. I don't do all that. Talk about the football players and just the teams in general. Now, when it comes to the Cleveland Browns, they do have a very good run game. Even though Nick Chubb is not in there, they do have a very steady run game. They are missing a couple of pieces. Man Cave, what's going on, Man Cave?
What's good, bro?
They are missing a couple of pieces in Njoku. And I do believe Njoku would have been a major problem for us, but since he's not been a major problem, they haven't gotten Amari Cooper started this season. I think he only has like 2 catches for 27 yards or something on the season. So, Man Cave, what do you do? What do you believe we can do to this Browns team? Do you think we have a chance to win? Obviously, we have a chance to win, but what do you think goes down in this Browns game, bro?
Well, yeah. First of all, thanks everybody for tuning in, man, to the Big Blue Crew Sports Network, man. You know, Mets, you know, Big Pat, you know, welcome everybody to chat, everybody, man. Great night. But as far as the game, yeah, we do have a chance to beat the Browns, man. I mean, they're not no juggernaut. Yeah, they got a great defense, but I think Myles Garrett is have a bum shoulder. Denzel Ward is kind of banged up too a little bit, so they're not going to be really 100%. You know, so I think is we got to worry about their defense. Their offense, without Nick Chubb, what's that, Jamal Ford? I forgot his name, some Ford or whatever, Jerome Ford. He's a good running back. Yeah, but what's his name? Deshaun Watson has been up and down this season and stuff like that. So, you know, it's like Heckle and Jekyll, Dr. Hyde, however you want to call it and stuff like that. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. But what else? Like I said, I think we just got to continue to do what we're doing as far as passing the ball and, you know what I'm saying, like getting guys open in space. And then, like, the run game could lean on the run game, too. You know, the Browns do got a good defense, but a good way to beat the defense is to run at these guys. If we can get a good run game, then we could just, like, mix it up a little bit and stuff like that. And our defense really has got to come to play. I mean, we haven't been playing the first 2 games. We've been non-existent. Those guys got to somehow show up to play. The defensive line has to show up to play. They haven't really showed up in the first 2 games, and that's what's been part of the beatdown that we have is because of the run game. We gave 215 yards to the Commanders, and I believe 100 and something to the Vikings or something like that. But it's like that's the first thing that we got to do is shut the run down or get better at the run game and also tackling. Those are points right there because if we could tackle and shut the run game down, then, you know, we have a great chance of winning that game. You know, because like I said, the Browns are not juggernauts.
Yeah, they're definitely not juggernauts. Go ahead, Matt.
Here's my view of it. The thing we need to do is convince Shane Bowen to stop making BS swap outs on 3rd down. That's what's been killing us. His stupid lack of logic, pulling Dexter Lawrence and the other premier impact players off the field for these half-wit players who are doing jack and S on the field on 3rd down, which has led to us failing to stop 3rd down outside of the red zone each of the last 2 games.
Yeah, I mean,
I have the opening drive.
It's crazy because you continue to take out your best player on third downs, which is Dexter Lawrence. I do not understand that whole concept of taking out Dexter Lawrence on third
I'm
downs.
getting ready to kick Bowen's teeth down his throat if he pulls this BS again. He knows the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting different results, only to get the same results. Stop pulling Sexy Dexy off the front line on third down, you half-witted bone brain SOB.
And calm down, bro. But yeah, if you try to get pressure on third downs, Dexter Lawrence is the guy you need in there because he has to be double teamed. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he's double teamed, that allows Thibodeau and Brian Burns to get those one-on-one battles that you want. What's going on, Dom? Ghost Dog. What's going on? Tim, what's going on? Pablo, what's going on, fellas? But I just don't get the concept of pulling him out on third downs. It's ridiculous because it allows the offensive line to dictate what they want to do to you. DJ Davidson is not scaring anybody. Nacho is not scaring anybody. Why not have Chapman, Dex, Thibodeau, and Burns on that front line and let's go get after it? You know what I'm saying? It's just weird, man.
Don't get me started on feeling like this is the Joe Judge ghost and the Joe Judge and Patrick Graham ghost or Freddie Kitchens ghost possessing the team.
Facts. What's going on, DJ? Is the Terminator. But as far as the Cleveland Browns, I made a video last week doing a film review of the Washington Commanders with us and Jaden Daniels attacking us, and they attacked us the exact same way that I did in that breakdown video. If you guys want to watch that, they literally attacked the Giants just how I said they was going to do it. They was going to get the run game going. They were going to attack us with quick screens and quick passes to the flats to the running backs, and they were going to get Jaden Daniels some easy passes in the middle of the field with those tight ends and Zach Ertz and Sinat. And that's how they attacked us, and we allowed their running game to go crazy. So that's why they could beat us with 7 field goals. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. We didn't even make them punt one time in that game.
Because of the incompetency of Shane Bowen.
You know what I'm saying? So we were giving up 3rd and 13s, 3rd and 15s, 3rd and 11s, 3rd and 9, like consistently throughout that whole game because first and foremost, we didn't have gap discipline the way we should have against Jaden Daniels, even though we got 5 sacks when we started the blitz. But it's just some reason on third downs, either we get a penalty or we just give up a big play on like a screenplay or something. It's weird, bro. It's been happening for years. And the same thing can happen to us with the Browns. I mean, they have Jerry Jeudy, they have Elijah Moore, and they have Amari Cooper on that team, and they can attack us the same exact way with the run game. And Deshaun Watson can get out the pocket and make things happen against you as well. Even though I don't believe he's the same player that he's been with the Texans, so we're gonna have to play gap discipline football, and we're gonna have to cover with our corners. So, I mean, man, Cave, how do you think we should attack this Browns offense with our defense?
Well, I'm telling. I mean, the Browns are a good running team. Like I said, I would take Nunez, Roches out the starting lineup and put on Riley or Chapman or somebody in there because he's not stopping the run next to Dexter Lawrence. Dexter Lawrence needs some help. I mean, he can't do it all by himself. And the other defensive tackle, Nunez Roches, was supposed to be a run stopper when we got him, and he's been unable to stop the run. We haven't stopped the run since since we traded Leonard. Traded Leonard. You know what I'm saying? So these other guys haven't filled in the gap, and that's what's been our biggest disappointment is stopping the run. We getting gashed in the run game, and that's why we can't get off the field, man. I mean, guys are averaging like 8 yards a rush. I mean, that's crazy, bro. And like you said, like Matt said, stop taking Dex out the lineup. He could play every damn down. Stop taking Drew Phillips out the lineup. Tyler Newman, keep these guys in the guys that's going to tackle physical guys. We need these guys in there, because our other problem is tackling. We're missing a lot of tackles, man. Guys are missing tackles, and that's another that's adding on to these extra runs and getting first downs and stuff like that. And that's why we can't get off the field.
And this is why I just want to basically grab Bone by the throat and basically
Yeah.
and tell him enough is enough with your bullshit pulling the best tacklers off the line and then off the field on third down. It's not working, you numbskull.
Right. Yeah. I don't know why he's pulling them off on third down thinking we're going to get a pass rush, bro. We need to stop the run, bro. Teams are gashing us with the run. Stop the run. You got to keep your best players on the field, man, because, I mean, the pass rush ain't even really getting there with Burns or Thibodeau. So what's the point of taking Dex out the lineup? And then they're going to gash it and get a first down and get more drives going. Stop it right there, bro.
It allows teams when you can't stop the run, it allows teams to dictate your pass rush.
Exactly.
I mean, at this
People
point,
don't understand that.
I mean,
You can't get a great pass rush if
you sacrifice
if they're
the run.
able to get the ball out super quick on screen passes, knowing
Mhm.
that you're not going to make those tackles, and they're picking up 8 yards, 9 yards, 10 yards, 13 yards,
20
Man,
yards.
It's crazy, bro. Any team can be beat on any given Sunday, bro. You can lose to the Panthers and turn around and beat the doggone
Any given
49ers the
Sunday.
next week. Yeah, it's any
Right.
given Sunday, bro. You have a chance. That's why they line up and play on the field, bro.
If
You
there's
know what I'm
any-
saying?
I mean, in hindsight, we never should have let Wink walk.
Man, I'm not here to talk about old people that were here. I'm not here to
Right.
talk about those people. We're talking about the people that we have on this team right now, and we have the talent to win games. Because believe it or not, as much people
But-
want to bash Daniel Jones, he led 3 touchdown drives in that game.
The
It's
problem is,
stupid things. It's stupid. Hold on, man. It's stupid things like not having a game plan for your kicker, knowing that he was going into that game injured already. It's stupid
Mhm.
things like that. It's stupid things of having a punter that can't make an extra point.
Mhm.
It's dumb things like that. And even through all that, if Malik Neighbors, who had a hell of a game, doesn't drop that pass, we probably still win that game.
Mhm.
You know, so it's not like we just got dominated by the Commanders. The only thing that looked dominant is we didn't make them punt, but they never scored in the red zone. You see what I'm saying? So you
Right.
scored 3 touchdowns and they never score in the red zone. You should win that game. You know what I'm
And-
saying?
and
So
also-
go ahead.
Yeah, and also just think about it, man. Just because we losing this first 2 games, remember when we had on Spagnola and I forgot, I think it was Spagnola. Somebody remember our first 2 games, we gave up like 40 something points each game, and everybody's ready to write them off. It's like, yeah, a
It
new
was
defensive
tough.
coordinator, gonna take a little bit of time. It's like to get the defense right. Yeah, it's not gonna be as perfect, but we got to see some improvement. That's all I want to see, some improvement. I know it's gonna take a little bit of time, but yeah, the tackling got to improve. And like I said, that of the defensive tackle, if Nunes Roches can't get the job done, he's got to put somebody else in that can get the job done. Is like, and that's what we got to do.
I mean, all I'm saying is, if we have to fire the whole coaching staff, if this team results in the T word this year, you know what T word I'm talking about.
I don't want to talk about that crap either. You don't have to tank. If the
Yeah,
team
we
is
can't
that
do
bad already, you don't have to tank. They just go out there and play hardest and lose every game.
But,
I don't want to talk about no tanking. I don't want to talk about old people that we had here. I don't want to talk about none of that stuff. I want to talk about this team here in
Right.
general. What
The
do we
current
need
team.
to do to win with this team in general? All that stuff, all this hindsight and all this stuff. That's why this fan base is the way it is now, because you always want to be right about shit and you don't really support your team. It's crazy because if winning cures everything, and when they made the playoffs, you still was super negative.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So that doesn't cure anything as well. And like Iman just said, we need to finish games. If we
Mhm.
stop the run against the Washington Commanders, we blow them out
Right.
easily.
And that's what I was saying. If Nunes Roches can't do it, put somebody else in there, get Jordan Riley, and if he could stop the run and stuff like that, that's what he's good. That's what we need, man. That and keep Phillips on the field, Tyler Nubin on the field, guys who can tackle, guys who physical. We need the best guys out there to do that.
So my question,
Go ahead, man.
and then there's the whole place kicker bit. Who's taking over this week?
They signed a guy from the Vikings.
Greg Joseph,
Mhm.
something like that. Greg
And he's a
Joseph.
pretty good kicker. So
Wait a minute, the guy who's known for kicking 60-yarders in domes?
yep.
Is that him?
Hey.
Okay.
The guy
Yeah, he's the one that kicked that game-winning field goal against us in 2022.
And he's
Like-
been-
He kicked like a
Right.
62-yarder or something like that. So
61-yarder on Christmas Eve.
Mhm.
yeah. What's going on, E?
What's up, baby?
What's
What's
good,
good
bro?
with
What's
y'all,
going
man?
on?
Ain't nothing.
But-
How y'all feeling today?
Yeah, I feel like talking about this team in general. I don't want to keep involving conversations about old people that were here, like the Xavier McKinney's and the Saquon Barkleys and the Wink Martindale. I don't want to talk about them dudes.
We're
Them
just
dudes
talking
are
about
no
the Browns
longer
and the
here.
Giants. That's it,
Yeah.
Browns and Giants.
Those dudes are different teams, and they're doing pretty well for themselves. Even though Saquon Barkley choked the game against the Falcons, that was hilarious. But I want to talk about this team in general. I want to talk about how the hell we get off the field on third downs. I want to talk about what are we doing with our personnel decisions? Why is freaking Slayton on punt returns? Why is Andrew Phillips being pulled out after he's balling, making good plays? Why is Hyatt never on the field? Why are we pulling Tyler Nubin out the game? Why are we pulling
Andrew Phillips
Dex out the game? You know
Lawrence.
what I'm saying? Why are we doing this? Why did Michael McFadden not play in the first game even though he was healthy? You know what I'm saying? Why are we putting a freaking Graham Gano out there with a bum groin and he's trying to run after somebody that pulls his damn hamstring because he's probably, compensating for his groin being hurt? Why are we doing these things? Why are we not trying to develop the run when we running the ball with Singletary getting 8 yards a clip? You know what I'm saying? Why is the tight end? Yeah, why is the tight ends not involved? Like let's talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Bellinger.
Hold up, Mets.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, that one. Thank you for always inviting me, brother, to be a part of this conversation because these things are actual things that need to be talked about. And when you invite your brother up, that means we're going to compartmentalize, we're going to get to it, and I'm going to break things down in layers, of course, along with you brothers, right? So the first thing that I heard you say, Pat, is that you said, I don't want to talk about the regimes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Meaning as the old regimes. You want to talk about what's going on right now, what the situation is, the decision making, the schematics, the way the team functions, the functionality of this organization that's translating or not translating down onto the field. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. First, let's talk about the organization. Let's talk about the top 3 spots. Owner, GM, head coach. 2.5 non-football minds. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
John Mara's not a football mind. We agree to that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Joe Shane has a half of mind. We agree to that?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Dable doesn't have a mind at all. He's showing us he's mindless. We agree?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Okay, so like I said, 2.5 mindless football minds. But let's talk about the half a mind, right? Half a mind should have more of half a mind to question some of the decisions of a non-football mind. How come Joe Shane is not having a conversation with half of the mind that he has with none of the mind that Brian Dable has? Because he cost us 2 games, in my mind, almost in a row. I understand our quarterback is coming off of an ACL. It doesn't matter if you're a Daniel Jones supporter or not. That's not what we're here for. We're just talking about the regime first. My quarterback was coming off of an ACL injury. He's not in rhythm. We didn't play him in the last preseason game. Of course, that's me again with no football mind, thinking that he was going to be ready as if he was going to be regular season ready. None of them was regular season ready. They were disoriented, discombobulated, and most of all, disjointed. They did not look like a cohesive unit on no end in no phases of the game. Even special teams look bad. Darius Slayton looked very bad with that thinking about grabbing the punt in the first game. Those things were cleaned up. But why is Joe Shane not getting involved with letting Brian Dable know you are absolutely fucking up and you absolutely cost us? Go ahead.
Because that's his man's. What's
Here you
good,
go.
bro?
What's
Appreciate
up, baby?
you, bro.
Yo,
you already know what it is.
You got
man.
my message, right?
Yup, I'm gonna hit you up right after the stream. I just got off work.
No problem
had
at
a long
all.
Drive home. Told
All
my
right.
man Pat I was gonna tap in with y'all with him tonight.
Yo,
So
let me
definitely,
know if you
after this
feel like
stream, I
you
got
too
you.
tired, bro. Let me know if you feel like you too
I'm
tired.
never too tired to work.
No, what I'm saying is afterwards, because I rented
I'm never
this
too
joint
tired.
out.
I'm never too tired to work. So let's
Got
get
you.
it.
I got I rented this joint out and there's 2 bedrooms.
Okay.
So this shit is just look.
And
That shit nice. Where
there's
you at?
That shit crazy.
Well,
like,
we'll talk. I don't want to give you a location.
yeah, we'll
out.
talk.
We'll
Absolutely.
But
That's his man.
as far as Joe Shane is concerned, now, look, him and Brian Dable are in this thing together, and people saying Joe Shane's drafts is horrible. What picks outside of maybe Evan Neal that y'all are upset with?
none of them.
Talk to me. What picks of Joe Shane that people are upset with? Now, you can say Ozudu and you can say Flat, 3rd round picks. Okay, again. And what did the coaching staff do with Ozudu? They took this guard and made him a tackle. That is on the coach. They took Flat, a slot guy, and put him on the outside. That is on the coach.
They took Neal, a guy who's more of a guard, and put him as a tackle. That's how
Okay,
it works.
Kayvon is underwhelming, but he's not a bust, Alex. Come on, bro. He had 11 and a half
Kayvon
sacks
just
last
came
year.
off 12 sacks, bro. Like,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you could say who hired the coach, and again, to my point, I said they're in cahoots, but you can't say Joe Shane is a half-wit, dim-wit GM. He's getting
That's why I called him.
guys.
That's why I called him half a brain.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you could say that, but
Yeah,
again,
half a brain.
he's getting the guys that he's supposed to draft, and he's getting the guys that his coaches want. What did they show you on Hard Knocks? Oh, we want Tyler Nubin. You know, Brian Dable. Yeah, he was in love with Malik Neighbors. Like, he's drafting the players the coaches want. They gotta put the stuff out there on the field, bro.
Let me ask a question, man. Let me ask a question. So somebody just
You
brought
got
up Matith. How many 5th round picks you expect to be superstars?
I'm only concerned with the 1st to 3rd round picks, to be honest, because after the 3rd round, it's a wishy-wash. We all know that. We can go through every team's 4th, 5th, 6th round picks and find busts.
Some of them don't even make the roster their first year.
So you really building your core team off your 1st to 3rd, maybe some of your 4th round picks.
What about the undrafted free agents that he's picked up that's came in and produced?
I mean, in my view,
What hold on, Mets. What about Thibodeau, who's not a bust? What about Malik Neighbors? What about Deontay Banks? What about Tyler Nubin? What about Andrew Phillips? What about Michael McFadden? That's 6 off top.
Wait a minute.
Alex,
Let's talk about Daniel Bellinger.
The starters aren't performing. So
Bellinger?
how can you make your bread off depth when your starters aren't performing? When your starters are haven't been performing, you can't really say the guy hasn't brought in depth on the roster. What did he did? He sacrificed your favorite player, your favorite player's favorite player, in order to build this offensive line. Now we're not complaining about the offensive line, but now we're talking about depth. Like, come on, bro. You can't
Speaking
have
of the
it both
offensive
ways.
line, he brought in JMS, right? He drafted JMS. He drafted
I'm proud of
Jalen
this
Hyatt.
offensive line, bro.
He drafted Jalen Hyatt, who we all feel should be on the field, right?
Yep.
So, Derek, the Massar kid, who I wasn't a fan of at all, actually looks like he knows what he's doing at linebacker, right?
I wasn't talking to you, Alex. I was just making a joke with that.
You know, so we're not going to say he doesn't know how to draft. That would be a lie. And we're not going to say he doesn't know how to bring in free agents, because that's another lie. Because I personally was excited as shit when I heard we were getting Brian Burns, right? You don't know who he is. I was excited as hell when we was getting Bobby Okereke, knowing who he was, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was excited getting John Runyon, knowing who he was, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was excited when light-skinned Jermaine was here because I know what he has done. So I will never disrespect Joe Shane and be like, oh, you know, he don't know what the fuck he's doing. The only thing that he made me upset about, and we all know what that was.
Yeah,
Barkley. Check
but
this,
again,
bro.
Let me go ahead, Pat. You got it.
Check this, bro. How do you know Brian Burns was a bad signing? He's only played two games.
Right.
How do you know that all of Joe Shane's drafts are bad? You got to give draft picks 3 years to develop.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's not
That's the
fucking
consensus.
all-pro when they're drafted.
Maybe more, bro. Maybe more.
We've named 8 players that are actually contributing out of those drafts. 8.
Right.
Yep. JMS. I ain't talk about that one. Ooh.
I did. I spoke. I just said it.
No. I'm just saying the people that saying he's trash, and
What do you mean?
I don't see how in the hell you can think Brian Dable's a better coach.
What do you mean is not the main focus
No
on
sense.
the defense? When you see edge rushers going out there producing, more than likely the whole defensive line is producing out there. They're just able to win their one-on-one battles. You take Craig Hayward away from those dudes and that other defensive tackle, and just let TJ Watt go out there by himself and see what happens. See, a lot of these dudes, every time y'all go to say things about players, you go to this right here. Check the stats. Check the stats. I had a person tell me today that the stat sheet tells you the same thing as film, which is an absolute lie.
That's ridiculous.
You go watch Brian Burns' film in that Washington game, you'll see a dude that was all over the field, and he had a sack taken away because of a damn penalty. You go watch Thibodeau in that damn game, you see that he got pressure on him all day long.
True.
You were the guys are the same people that were crying about Leonard Williams. Oh, he don't get sacks and you don't get sacks. And this dude was one of the most pressure defensive tackles in the league for 3 years straight.
Then what happened? We shipped him out to Seattle.
And then they got mad when they traded him. See, you can't win with this fan
You were the
base.
same people that were saying Julian Love was trash, and then he goes over to Seattle that knows how to use his skill set better, and he's producing a little bit. Now all of a sudden, Julian Love is the best player ever.
But who said he was better, or I thought he should have been signed over Xavier McKinney, Mr. Unpopular Opinion Sports. Thank you very much. Y'all hit that like button.
Don't we have one
Y'all
of the
gonna
most
give me my
talented
credit.
front fours? Yes, you do. But if you watch film and see that they're throwing quick screen passes and flats to the running back, how the hell you expect Brian Burns to get there in 0.3 seconds?
I'm gonna help everybody understand one thing, because it's about educating people, right, Pat? That's what this show is about.
Chosen
It's
one,
about
man.
us
I
helping.
never get to see chosen one, man. What's up, brother? First time.
Yo,
I've
what's
ever
going on with you, man?
All right,
Mr.
go ahead.
Ronan.
I didn't mean to cut you off, bro. Go ahead.
All right, yo. So
Love.
let's educate some people, right? I guarantee you, nobody will tell you the defensive scheme that Shane Bowen was playing against the Commanders. I'll give it 30 seconds. The first person that can get that right, I promise you that I will send you a T-shirt from Big Pat's Sports Shop if you can tell me the scheme that he had within 30 seconds, because you can't Google it in 30 seconds because you had to be there live in order to see it, because I said it to Deuce because he was sitting right next to me and said, look at what he got them in. And I'm awake.
Yep.
The 30 seconds been started. You got about 10 left.
He's playing please don't beat me, Jaden Daniels defense. Fuck you.
Okay. Let me tell you the scheme that he had them in. And Pat, if you did any film review, if you did any film review, Pat, you're gonna see that he had us in a 5-3-3.
Yep.
Does anybody even know what that is?
No, they
Why?
don't. He
Defensive
just
back.
said
Well, I know what it
Tampa
is.
because it's a well-known defense. We weren't.
It's not Tampa 2. See, this is the shit that I'm talking about. You're guessing.
It's
It's not a
5
Tampa
down
2.
linemen,
Thank you so much.
3 backers.
Uh-huh.
3 safeties and 3 in the second.
There you go. There you go. He had us in a 5-3-3. The reason why he had us in a 5-3-3 is because he's going to have 2 edge rushers, 3 people trying to get up the middle, but 1 spy. He's going to drop 1 person back, so it's going to look like a 4 linebacker set because he's going to have 2 people spying on Jaden Daniels. If in the 9 wide, Kayvon and Brian Burns get pushed around the edges because they may be lining up too wide, all Jaden Daniels has to do is take 2 to 3 steps forward, and he's either going to have a back gap or B gap area to run it. But because you dropped down 3 linebackers and brought up 1 free safety, he can't get through the A and B gap. So he's forced to run on the outsides. If you look at all Jaden Daniels runs, they were all on the outsides, outside of Kayvon Thibodeau and Brian Burns already getting up the field. But guess who he had right there to spy on them the whole time that made sure tackles? Drew Phillips. The whole time. He ran a 5-3-3.
And that's
The thing that killed.
Go ahead, Pat. Sorry.
The thing that killed us in that damn game is when Brian Burns and Thibodeau were getting the pressure on 3rd downs. They weren't playing lane discipline, and they were letting him get to the outside and run. And
there you go.
And stupid ass penalties and taking fucking Dexter Lawrence out on 3rd down.
every damn time.
I don't understand taking him out on 3rd downs.
What he's thinking, Pat, right? He feels like, oh, I want to give this guy a rest. But you don't understand something. And I need somebody to pay attention to this too. When Dexter Lawrence is out the game, the play clock for the offense does not go down past 20 seconds because they're trying to get the ball off so he won't be able to get back into the game to get into the middle of the field.
Why you think hold on, Mets. Why you think Drew Phillips was making so many tackles? They were getting the ball out super quick.
So quick.
To stop our pass rush from dominating the game. And you brought up the Vikings game.
And he just happens to have the skill set to get off of blockers to detach himself, and he has that recovery speed where he can get upfield super quick. The one thing they did not plan for was Drew Phillips' ability to shed tacklers and get up the field and be a short tackler.
Shedding tacklers. I'm glad you said that, E.
We don't have too many of those. We don't have too many of those.
We don't have too many people, like I said, that can get off blocks and shed tackles and make tackles on the ball. We miss so many tackles and we get so blocked up on offense. It's like I don't understand, and this is why I say it's on the coaching. I don't understand how you're the New York Giants. How long have the Giants been bad, fellas?
12 years.
How in the hell is that on the GM? You mean to tell me out of 12 years, they can't hit on any of these picks? Like, bro, at some point, you gotta, let me give you an example. One of my sleeper teams, basically that's a disguise for a team that I'm secretly rooting for, is the Rams. And the reason I like the Rams is because, look, they can take 5th and 6th round wide receivers and turn them into superstars. They can take reject quarterbacks and make them better and develop them. Baker Mayfield, Stafford, turn them into champions. That team is very, very well coached. I think one of the best in the NFL, in my unpopular opinion. Look at what they do with their players. But we want 11 first round picks on our squad, and then we say, oh yeah, we good. You can't have that, bro. You gotta develop your squad. You can't just keep saying, "Oh, he picked the wrong players." Make these time. We seen Victor Cruz become a superstar from being an undrafted free agent. Stop telling me that it's on the GM. At some point, these coaches got to get out of their way and say, "Look, I'm gonna do what's best for the team." And the reason, before I land the plane, the reason why I'm so pissed at Brian Daboll in particular is because he won't adjust. He adjusted to get the job. That's like me on some fronting shit. He's saying, yeah, I'm good. I know how to do this. I know how to put in sinks. I know how to do roofing. And then I come in and I don't even have no tools. I don't know what to fucking do. You know what I'm saying? I just sold you a bag of goodies. You know what I mean?
I forgot my tools.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, man. Go ahead, y'all got it.
Let me say something, man. I stay quiet and listen to this shit for weeks, bro. Let me tell you something. This is what pisses me off, brothers. We are only 2 games into the season and people sound like everybody died. Here's my problem. Here's my thing, bro. I'm 48 years old, bro. I know Pat is close. I know there's some guys in here. Chosen, understand. The fucking Patients won us 4 Super Bowls. And these young kids don't know that. I get it. And it's frustrating. And it's not a popular opinion right now. But you cannot keep changing regimes every 3 years because you're never going to get nowhere. So I'm committed to the 5 years that they got on contract for these guys. And I'm almost sure Mara is too. Because I don't care what anybody fucking tells me. Mara is the reason that they took on Jones. And I'm sure there's an understanding in the building that they did their job and what he wanted, so now they're allowed to go do what they wanted. So they're going to be here, whether people like it or not. And number 2, it's only 2 weeks, man. The season ain't over. I don't care what people tell me. The Giants could go into Cleveland this week, just like any team in the league did last week, and they could come out with a fucking win. And I wouldn't be shocked at all. A matter of fact, I'm predicting it.
Yeah, I mean, look how many upsets there was last week. Look how many upsets it was last week.
Right.
Atlanta.
Let me ask y'all this, because people say we too positive on this show, but I got to be fair, and I got to see what my mind and my eyes telling me. There's no way that the Giants go out here tomorrow or any other day and beat the 2 teams in their division that they need to beat, and that's the Cowboys and Eagles. And until you do that, I don't give a flying crap if you beat the Browns, the Panthers, or the Atlanta Falcons. Because you ain't going nowhere unless you get through Philly and Dallas. And that is why I don't like what Brian Dable's doing. Because he's not building a team to beat those teams. He's building some finesse bullshit that he learned from Buffalo.
And here's...
After you, my brother.
And here's my issue with it. And the worst part of it is Shane's not holding Dable accountable. He's basically being the people pleaser for Dable, sweeping his deficiencies under the rug instead of calling him out on them.
He can't call him out because that's his man's, bro. You don't understand how that works, bro.
I don't care. It's the same problem like
some people maybe the team suck, but I got news to you. It's been 2 games.
Hold on, Mets. Let him talk. You gotta be quiet when people talk.
Man, people in the chat like Z, that's my brother. I love him. Yo, it's been 2 games. 2. The Ravens are 0-2. Do they suck? I know we don't got their roster. I get it. But it's 2. If the Giants come out of Cleveland with a win Sunday, I guarantee you half the fan base is going to feel rejuvenated, and the other loser half of the fan base that wants to see them lose is going to be very fucking angry. And that's the
I mean, let's talk about that. What Mets was talking about. NYG is right, Mets. That's his man, $100,000. They've been together for a long time, so he's not going to come right out and just call him out on deficiencies. But the things that you would want him to call out Dabo on is his personnel decisions.
That's what I'm talking about. Why you ain't playing certain
you
plays?
Know what I'm saying? Personnel decisions. And people, we don't have any depth. Do you know what this team was in when they got this team? And let's be real, the coach is not playing the players that should be playing half the time. So you really don't even know what our depth is.
We got to get starters before we get depth, right? When they took off, we didn't have any starters. Now we got starters. Now they complain about depth. But go ahead, Pat.
Yeah, it's like how many low-round draft picks did we hit on? How many low-round draft picks do every team hit on? You motherfuckers act like people are just getting 5th or 6th round picks the whole league and everybody just balling out. That's not the case, bro.
I mean,
can I say this to you guys' point? First of all, Miz, I want to tell you how much I love what you said, because a lot of people don't understand the mindset of an older Giants fan as opposed to a millennial or Gen X Giant fan. And I
Going
mean
on,
no
PP.
disrespect by that. What I mean by that is we've never experienced the New York Football Giants being a team of dominance every year. When you look at the teams that won the Super Bowls, those teams came from building up in the grittiest and grimiest and coming out of the mud. That's why those victories mean so much to us. They weren't victories that were just handed to us or we a Super Bowl team. Guess what? Not in one of those years were the New York Football Giants picked to go to the Super Bowl or even win the shit. You
Or
feel
even
me?
go to
That's
the
why our
playoffs.
victories are right. That's why our victories are the way they are. So when you want everything microwave, as we say to about you guys' generation, what you have to understand is most of the shit that you have a recipe for should not be put in the microwave. And if you notice that when you cook and you put the shit in the microwave, it destroys it totally. Doesn't
Yeah.
taste the same, makes it rubbery, hardens the edges on shit, and you fuck up a good meal. So my point of the matter that what Miz is saying, and then I'll make my point. He's saying stop recognizing you don't have the fucking ingredients to make the meal properly. Okay? That's what he's saying to you in layman's terms.
I agree with that, but again, unpopular opinion sports. I'm gonna get some pushback, man. The fact is though that when you're the New York Giants, again, I just asked y'all a question: how long have the Giants been bad?
12 years.
2013.
Okay. Now you change your regimes once, right? Cool. Now you think about it. All right, let's be patient with this regime. Nah, patience ran out. Oh, get him out of here. Cool. Change regimes again. Same thing. Patience ran out. Let's get rid of him. Now you on this third regime. Patience is starting to run out. Fans want to get rid of him. But you know what? You know what's the constant in all of this? The owner. So when you're John Mara and me and I spoke to Pat about this a little bit. John Mara caters to the fan base way too fucking much.
Okay, then.
And when you can't change that. You ain't a damn thing you could do about that. Ain't a damn thing you could do about that. Only thing you could say is, damn, I wish he was, let some football people take over. So they bring the football people in here supposedly to take over. But you guys don't like the decisions they're making. What do Giants fans really want? Is what I want to ask.
They want to win,
y'all
bro.
want to do y'all real quick? I'm gonna land the plane. I don't try to be long-winded. When you guys say y'all want to win, what I hear a lot about a lot of Giants fans, they say we just want to be relevant. We want to make the playoffs. We want to win. But and I think E just said it. The Giants have never been the team to just win. We win championships. So you gotta understand that it's never going to look pretty with the New York Giants. It's never going to be flashy. It's never going to be high flying. You're never going to have the best quarterback. You're never going to have the best running back. You're never going to have the best receivers. You're going to always have the will and determination to win when it matters. Again, when the Giants get to even the bad years when they get to the playoffs, they make noise. Should have won that Green Bay game in 2016. We know that.
Yeah, the flash players didn't show up.
Should have put up a better performance. They won a game in 2022 with a so-called poor roster. So again, what do you guys really want? Do you want consistency, or do you want a team that's gonna build for a championship? Because I guarantee you, if they get there again with a better roster, they're gonna win.
I got the answer for you, NYG. I have the answer for you. People like to feel good, right? No pause. They like to be able to be relevant, right? In this era of social media and all these things that people are able to have a voice and an opinion on. They want to be able to have something to say that allows them to feel like they're actually talking about something that's relevant. You know who the best people in the world are, besides myself, of course, that's on these social media outlets? All of us. Because we see it through a set of lenses where nobody is safe. We're not giving anybody a pass, and we're going to go back and do our homework to make sure what we say on these airwaves are a proven fact and a proven stat. Think about what I just said. Giants fans don't come from that thought process. They come from, I'm tired of this shit and the blame game. I heard the wildest shit in the world. And here's the end of my sentence. And tell me if this shit makes any sense to you guys in Jesus' name, the Mormons, or the Latter-day Saints. Somebody told me I would trade for Bryce Young right now. I threw my motherfucking phone and caught it before it hit the wall.
It doesn't make any sense, bro.
Yo,
You're a psycho.
what?
I know what it's like with Bryce Young down here with Carolina, and thank the good Lord they finally decided to bench his backside. I mean, sure, Dalton would be a step up, but is he going to win the Panthers many games? No, don't think so.
My question is this.
You got to take on his contract too.
Why would you want a quarterback that's doing bad there and bring him here?
And make things worse.
Yep. And that's what made me understand what I said previous to that statement right there.
It makes
And that's
sense.
Giants fans for you. That's Giants fans.
Let me tell you, it only makes sense if you continue with this head coach. And this is what I'm saying, bro. If you're Brian Daboll, and I've been saying this, and people want to debate me, you can debate me. It's open season right now.
Today is Wednesday.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, whatever day, Christmas, Thanksgiving, I will debate you. I don't care, because my opinions is going to start being recognized. Because I've been saying a lot of good fucking shit, and people ain't been fucking recognizing it. And shout out to Pat, you know what I'm saying, who been tweeting or retweeting my tweets in Man Cave and the Big Blue Crew. But anyway, so the thing of it is, it only makes sense to trade for Bryce Young if you want to keep Brian Daboll around and Joe Schoen around. Here's my reasons. One, that's his man's over there in Carolina. If you can get him on a third, if you can swindle a fourth, that'd be spectacular. Again, Brian Daboll. What does Brian Daboll want in a quarterback? Somebody who goes off script. Somebody who, when the play breaks down, they're able to make shit happen. Run around, do this little whatever shit. Connections with hold on, Mets. Connections with Alabama. All right? That's another thing, right? And the only thing else that I'm thinking about here with Bryce Young, and trust me, it's not something that I want, because I want these cats gone, to be honest with you. But if they stick around, it make a lot of sense, because again, if you're John Mara, I honestly don't know if you want to let these guys pick a quarterback. And you know why? Because you did the same shit with Daniel Jones. You let Pat Shermer and Dave Gettleman pick Daniel Jones, and you fired them cats. And then Daniel Jones was stuck with Joe Judge and goddamn what's his name? The goofy motherfucker from Dallas, Jason Garrett. So again, you just did that. There's no way in hell I'm gonna let these dudes pick a quarterback and then fire him. So if they're picking a quarterback, guess what? That first year, when these Giants fans is acting all crazy, it's going to be pressure on Joe Schoen and Brian Daboll to win games. And if they don't win games, guess what? They're fired. Now your new quarterback, new head coach. Now here you are all over again. Rinse and repeat. rinse and repeat.
But you know
need
what?
to go out and get you an established head coach. That's the only way this Giants team is going to turn around. You keep bringing these fuckers in here that's trying to find their way. They're trying to learn on the job. Fuck that shit. My job ain't for you to learn, bro. You come in here with experience. Know what the fuck you doing before you step in the New York Giants office. I'm sick of this shit. Y'all got it.
Heck, at this point, I wouldn't mind trading court and coaches with the Jets. For as bad as Robert Saleh is, he at least has somewhere from around half to...
He's a bum. He's a bum. Don't mention Rob Saleh's name. He's in the same boat as Brian. I take Brian Dable over Rob Saleh right now.
I'm going to say this. No, I would not trade for Bryce Young right now.
Neither would I.
And to NYG's point, if you're going to let these dudes stay here and pick their quarterback, you have to at least give them 2 years with that quarterback. At least 2 years.
Yes.
You can't fire them after they pick their quarterback because he's right. You're going to go through the same shit that you did with Daniel Jones. So if you fire them and bring in another head coach that ain't worth shit, guess what? You did it all over again and you sit back for another 4 to 5 years. So I agree with NYG on that. If you're going to let these dudes pick a quarterback, you got to let them be here to develop that dude at least 2 to 3 years. That's a fact. So, and if you bring over Bryce Young, you really think these people are going to let Bryce Young sit on the bench? I don't do politics or the race shit here, but you think they're going to let them trade for a black quarterback and sit him behind Daniel Jones? You a motherfucking lie. Only because first and foremost, just like I know Kevin Don just want to bring you, he didn't have the pieces around him like you said with Daniel Jones. That's a fact. So why would you bring him over here and put him through the same shit? It doesn't make any sense. Now, what I am positive about is I do think we have a foundation with this offensive line. And if we can get another guard or let Evan Neal fill in for Van Roten when he leaves after this year, if he decides to retire, you still have a solid foundation on your offensive line. Now, the thing that's really killing this team is the play calling. And I don't know if you gentlemen, I was planning on at an hour in doing a film review of the offense against against the Commanders.
I would prefer defense.
I would like to show you what this offense does. Some of the things that the play calling is doing to the quarterback in general. But you have a solid foundation with your offensive line. They're one of the best pass blocking lines in the league. And they're actually pretty good at run blocking because Singletary was going off in that Washington game. You have a running game when you want to do the running game, and you have a solid offensive line, and you have a number one receiver in Malik Neighbors.
Right.
If you allow them to draft their quarterback next year and get a veteran number 2 wide receiver, somebody that knows what the fuck to do when it comes to 3rd and 4 and 3rd and 3, he can depend on that guy. That's developing your quarterback with a scheme that is good on the field. That's why I say the scheme is your most important part to your team. And I don't give a damn what anybody says about that. It's the scheme, and then it's your offensive line and your defensive line. It's not the quarterback.
Right.
Because Bryce Young was considered an all-world talent, can't miss prospect when he went to the Panthers, and they traded away more. The offensive line was garbage, and that scheme over there, you can't tell me what the Panthers over there scheming. Now that they are getting a little people wide open, he's gun shy right now because his confidence has been stripped from him. The same thing that's happened with Daniel Jones, the reason why we're probably going to have to get rid of him. His confidence has been stripped from him. The first year with Pat Sherman, he was throwing that ball all over the field. He wasn't caring about mistakes if he made a mistake. He was trying to make a play. And then you bring in fucking Joe Judge and Jason Garrett. They made him this
coward.
Basically.
Pretty much.
But then
and now you're trying to teach that out of him now. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird that I just think this fan base wants to be like the Cowboys. You have a great regular season every year, and you get to the playoffs and you're crying.
That's
They
what
would be
want.
satisfied with that. They
Yeah.
would absolutely be satisfied with that. Oh, we ain't waiting on it. People talk about us in the media as a good team, man. Fuck the media.
Mm-hmm.
Because the media in the 2007, 2011, they even recognized us as a good team. But you know what? That team banded together. They had a coach, a CEO coach, like NYG says. No matter how much you want to talk about him, he makes a lot of fucking sense. A CEO coach is one of the best things you can have for your organization if he's not like a Sean McVay or Andy Reid that's just superior, or Mike Shanahan that's just superior on offense.
Or to a lesser extent, someone like, I don't know, or like a Mike Tomlin.
I think those coaches
Mike
are
Tomlin
CEOs
is a
too.
CEO coach.
I think
Mike-
Tomlin.
Mike-
I think Tomlin, McVay. I think Shanahan is a CEO coach too. I think what happened is they got the job initially as a offensive coordinator and develop, because you don't become a CEO head coach and not have like CEO head coaches have coaching trees. Mike Shanahan and Sean McVay have a coaching tree now. They have developed not only their coaching style but their coaching staff. Brian Daboll ain't done a goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? So again, your coach is in development too. I haven't seen Brian Daboll develop as a head coach, because if he did, this scheme wouldn't look like this. So if you're not developing as a coach and getting better as a coach and toning it down and doing different things and stop blaming your coaches for your problems, Kafka, Wink, you can't develop your players properly because you're not developing. Y'all got it.
Well, I'm gonna say this, man. As far as like, you asked a question about 12 years we've been sorry. That's because we had 3 regimes. Every time you get a new regime, that's another turnover. You're gonna keep turning over your roster every time you get a new regime come in. And Belichick, like I said, I mean, I like Bill Belichick, but he's 72 years old. A lot of the coaches in their 70s, they're only gonna be around for a couple more seasons. They're gonna retire. Coach K retired in the 70s. Nick Saban retired in the 70s. And Bill Belichick is going to retire in the 70s too. He's already 72. So the next job he gets, 2 or 3 years, he's going to be gone because he's going to retire. That's what they do. They don't coach into the 80s. So that's what I'm saying. So like at some point, like I said, we got to, I know the coach is not the answer right now, but it's like we got to go with something, man. We got to come figure something out. Because if we go with another regime again, it's going to be another turnover. They're going to come in and want their own players. Then it's going to keep happening. The loser's just going to keep on cycling over and over and over again.
That's a fact. And
So true.
I don't understand this fan base with this. Oh, the draft picks have been absolutely awful. How can you say that? How can you say that? That just doesn't, like, if the whole draft ain't an absolute hit, oh, that draft is terrible. It's just weird with this fan base. And another thing, you guys are the cause of your own misery. Because you said that if they won, it would cure a lot of the negativity. They won in 2022. They won a playoff game in 2022. And guess what you said? Oh, it was against the Vikings. Oh, that team, the team sucks. Oh, they went to the next week and got killed by the Eagles. The Eagles killing everybody that year.
Yeah, and
You
to
know
be honest,
what
I
the
didn't.
roster was that year. But guess what? You still chose negativity over being positive. And guess what? What player in their right mind, let's say you go to your job and you go there and you put a top performance on for however many months that you have, and your boss comes right behind you saying, oh, you only did it because we were in this quarter. Like, I don't want to fucking work for you. Why would I want to go out there and perform for you knowing that you're just going to say that we suck if we don't win the Super Bowl? Why would I want to work for you? Why would I want to play for you? Why would I want to come out there and go to MetLife Stadium and have you picketing at the damn fence and we want a playoff game? Oh, it's Daniel Jones. So the season don't count because Daniel Jones was the quarterback. They didn't say that shit with the Lions when they missed the damn playoffs, but they won 5 of their last 6 games and took the Packers out. You know what they said? Oh, I can't wait for next year. You want to know why? Because we fucking building.
Mm-hmm.
Jamari Gibbs happens. Montgomery happens. Guess what? They got a running game to back up Jared Goff. Amon-Ra St. Brown develops. They draft Jameson Williams. They get Sam Laporta. They draft Aiden Hutchinson. Because
They
that
bring
team
in
was behind
T.J.
them.
Hawkinson,
Yeah.
And a trade.
Got rid of T.J. Hawkinson and drafted Sam Laporta.
Sam Laporta, same
Right.
same college.
Iowa.
Same player. Guess what they did? They built in that whole fucking organization. That whole fan base was behind them.
And guess what they went out and did? They went out and got Brian Branch, Terrion Arnold,
Facts.
Jack
Great
Campbell.
draw.
Guess what
Hey,
they got
come on.
over there? A CEO head coach.
Yes.
That if you are not the most athletic, if you're not the most agile, if you're not the most aware, that motherfucker puts the pressure on you. You say you go out there, you do your fucking best, and we for to put you in this position where we know you do best. Get it done.
Would y'all rather have Brian Dable or Dan Campbell? With
Come
this
on,
roster?
man.
Those
See what I'm
players,
saying?
those players will go through a wall over there for Dan Campbell. You want to know
Went
why?
out and drafted 3 of the same position group in every draft in the last 3 years. Went out and got Terrion Arnold and Enos Renkerstraw.
Mm-hmm.
Because they knew they had a deficiency.
And DBs
They-
right
This
there.
is
they
my
wanted-
point.
And they wanted to
This is
shore
my
it
point.
up.
This is my point. Shoring up deficiencies allows you to not have to go through the same shit year after year after year.
Guess like players like on that team named Khalif Raymond, who was a Giant at one point.
Talk about it.
Yep.
The special teams guy. The guy that they bring in when they need some quick passes, when they see that your pass rush is getting in there super quick. Okay, we're gonna hit you with Khalif Raymond with these little 5-yard routes and let him break off a tackle or something and get some plays for us. Okay, Jameson Williams, come back on the sideline real quick because we can't get the ball deep the way we want to get the ball deep. So we're gonna let Khalif Raymond play today and let Amon-Ra St. Brown eat in the middle of the field until we're able to get that play action. And then that's when you come in and make your statement. Oh yeah, Jameson Williams, man, I only had 3 catches, but I had 80 fucking yards. Because the run game was going crazy. And when you came up for the run game, that's when they snuck Jameson Williams in there and hit you deep. They have a plan.
And let's talk about it.
Brian Dable.
4 years
best
4 years
game.
ago, I promise this won't be, I don't mean to cut your wisdom in, why? 4 years ago, Jared Goff was considered a bum, a backup, and somebody should not be starting games in the NFL 4 years ago.
Yep.
What Kevin Donches, what did freaking Dan Campbell do his first 2 years there? His first year was terrible, and his second year he got those boys believing in themselves, and the third year they made the NFC Championship because they believed in themselves and they were a fucking team.
I'm right.
You had dudes in the huddles in practice crying, telling, let's get this shit together. We're a good team. And the fan base was behind them. They saw what was going on. Okay, Dan Campbell come over. He got these boys playing. Yeah, they got beat, but they took that team to the brink. Same thing the Patriots are doing this year. Nobody expects the Patriots to do anything. But guess what? They took Seattle to the brink, and they beat the Cincinnati Bengals the first week. Why? Because Mayo comes from a tree, and he's a CEO type head coach. What's the Judon? You don't want to be here? Guess what? He told Judon, get off my field. And they traded him the next day. You don't want to be here because you feel that we trash? Okay, you can go. Guess what? The Patriots and the Falcons got the same fucking record right now.
And the Lions had Matt Patricia as the coach. That was a dumpster fire. Dan Campbell came and turned that around.
Because you want to know why? People were laughing at his press conference, and I was too, but I knew what he was talking about. He said, yeah, we're going to bite knees, we're going to bite ankles, and nigga, we're going to fight to the end. And that's what that team was, even though they were trash that first year. They were losing games because they didn't know how to close games.
And that's
guess
the
what?
thing too.
Everybody
with Dable,
wanted him gone. Everybody wanted Jared Goff gone. Oh, he got Jared Goff. He's a bum. This, that, and the third. You know what he said? I know my quarterback has some deficiencies, like every quarterback in the world. You know what makes him a good quarterback? A good run game, speedy outside wide receivers, a great slot guy, protection up front. And as long as he can see the field long enough and start to get himself acclimated to that type of setting, he can make some plays. Jared Goff would never win a game. He's a bum. Remember how we talked about him when he was at the Rams? Jared Goff is one of the top motherfucking fantasy quarterbacks right now.
We had that in 2022. We had the good running game. We had the defense. You know what I'm saying? We had some of the pieces, and instead of Brian Dable building off of that,
come on now, talk that shit.
He reverted back to what he knew in Buffalo.
And that's why your fucking opinion is never unpopular to me.
And you see, this is what I'm saying. This is where you gotta start breaking down this
talk
head
that
coach,
shit, boy.
Because he is stubborn. He is about what he wants.
It's a clown.
You know what I'm saying? What he wants, and he's not developing his team to its strengths. He's not, bro. You got the fastest wide receiver core in the NFL, and you don't go deep. You should be going deep on every fucking play, goddamn near, until they back up.
I got one thing to say to you about that, NYG. You have been playing against, hold on, 2 mediocre to under average secondaries.
Yes.
How come Jalen Hyatt has not ran one route past 25 yards?
Bro, and this is what I'm saying, bro, because Brian Dable is not about that, bro. He wants what he wants. The Giants personnel should be a running team. He bringing in pass blocking offensive linemen. He bringing in speedy wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? He getting rid of the running back. Like, bro, these dudes are trying to bring Buffalo over here with the Giants, but guess what? Guess what they missing? Josh Allen. That's what make Buffalo go.
Right.
Y'all missing the main ingredient. Y'all got all the side pieces, but you ain't got the fucking turkey. You dummies.
And hold on. And why, since we're talking about Josh Allen, for those that are uneducated, because remember, my job is to allow you to leave better than whence you came. Why is he being more successful now that Brian Dable is not there?
Because they running the football, E. That's why.
Because they gave him a running game.
And Brian Dable don't want to run the football.
He had Cook there. That's the man.
Right.
Listen, I understand that you don't want to change regimes that way, and I am not in favor of firing Dable, but I do understand where NYG is coming from. You know what I'm saying? I do understand where NYG is coming from. You don't utilize the talent that you have.
It's a fireable offense to me.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, it's true, but in our situation, you don't want to become like how the Browns were before. They got steady, and then they went right back to what they do as far as, get rid of the quarterback and bring in this quarterback. They did it with Deshaun Watson. That was one of the dumbest things they did. But that defense is still rollover from what they had when Baker Mayfield is there, and that's why they had a little bit of success that they had.
That offensive line is a powerhouse, man.
Yeah, that offensive line is a powerhouse. So they have a foundation. That's why they always have a good chance of beating you if you're not on your shit.
Because they also don't have to build from the inside out.
Yeah.
Or they can build from the outside because their trenches on both sides is solid. You got Myles Garrett over there. You got them cornerbacks over there and warding them guys and Greedy. You feel me? You got Dalvin Tomlinson over there in the middle helping out now. And then you got linebackers. And then you got a run
three
game.
good DBs. They got 3 good DBs.
That's what I'm saying. You got 3 good DBs that play in sync with each other. That's in symbiotic. They in sync with each other. They know what's up. So you already have that core. They didn't mess up that core. They thought by bringing in Deshaun Watson, which they did the right thing at that time. He's a talented quarterback, no questions about it. Nobody saw him regressing at this point, but I still think that he about to get it together. So we'll wait and see for all that. It's 2 games. He pans out. They look like geniuses.
Yep. That's what they based it off of, because you brought
That's
in
it.
Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, you got Njoku, you got Nick
Come
Chubb when
on.
he comes back from injury. And you could say that the Bills are not as successful after Brian Daboll left, but that's not true. They've had major injuries the past 2 to 3 years.
Who
They've been in the
said
playoffs.
that?
And
Who
they
said
were the
that?
close,
What are we talking about?
Kevin Donches, and they were the best team to beat the Chiefs last year. They just can't beat the Chiefs, which is the same thing they couldn't do when Brian Daboll was there.
Which is the same thing can't no in the AFC East team do.
No
No
team,
AFC
period.
team. Right. AFC
Only
Team,
one
team.
team has had success
Bucks beat
against
them,
them.
but that's it.
And that team is nowhere near the team. And look how they just played them without way less of the talent that was there.
Uh,
And that's the Bengals.
I'm just gonna say this about
Facts.
if the fact that he's regressed proves that he's just taking his inspirations from one source. You do that, it becomes rigid and stale.
Yeah, I mean,
Damn
And
right.
like NYG said, you're trying to bring Buffalo to New York, but you don't have the main ingredient, which is Josh Allen. Josh Allen makes that system go. I don't care what
telling you.
nobody says. We've done enough Bills games, bro. I've watched enough film on him. That dude creates everything. It's high.
Right. And the thing
First
about it is,
read-
Pat, Brian Dable, let me just tell everybody what Brian Dable, the kind of coach he is. We can talk about stubborn. We can talk about not utilizing your players. We can talk about bad clock management. We can talk about all the things that we saw before this season. It's just that the first year masked a lot of it because we won. He made mistakes his first season, bad clock management, poor timeouts. We saw this shit already. These are the little things that we saw already. But now that he has to win, he's pressurized in one area. He is taking over the play calling. That means there's nobody to blame. There's nobody to talk to. It's all on you. And you are also responsible for 3 phases of the game.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with Brian Dable is this. In order for his system to work, he has to have players individually that play above the X's and O's for his playbook to be executed. He's not going to make a
I
good
disagree, E.
He's not going to make a good player better, and he's not going to make a great player greater. And that's I don't see him developing anybody in his systems. Please tell me one who has been developing.
Nobody develops in Brian Dable's system. You're right.
That's
but
it.
he doesn't need players to develop. He needs as Pat say, an alien quarterback. That's what he needs to succeed on the offensive end.
But that's
Right,
what he
that's-
is saying. That's what he is saying.
But that's what I'm
we're
saying.
saying the same thing.
He
But
has to play above the X's and O's in order to be successful.
above the X's and O's, man. But that's the quarterback position. Now, Brian Dable hasn't been developing, I don't know, offensive linemen. Brian Dable hasn't developed these receivers. Brian Dable hasn't developed the tight ends. He won't even fucking throw him the fucking ball.
No.
So again, what good is this dude?
Yo,
Y'all got it.
Let me say this, man.
To show you that Ozempic really works.
This is how I know that you don't pay attention to what people saying. You just want to say things. Nobody said Josh Allen didn't develop. We're saying that Josh Allen is that dude. He plays above the X's
Above the
and O's
X's
so
and
much
O's.
that it makes him look good.
There's Daniel Jones.
He did. Josh Allen was Josh Allen when he came in.
And let's be honest,
They got him Diggs. And since he plays above the X's and O's, and Diggs is one of those receivers that plays above the X's
The
and O's,
X's and O's. Guess what?
it worked.
Mm-hmm.
And it's working because this dude is throwing jump balls 1 foot out of bounds, throwing it back across his body with enough arm strength to get it in there before the safety can put his hands and bat the ball down.
You can tackle this dude. You can tackle this dude, and on a lower body tackle, he has enough arm strength before his body hits the ground horizontally to get that shit to 30 to 40 yards. Or falling down, he can throw that shit 30 to 40 yards.
Yo, I just got it though, bro. Like, check it. What was Brian Dable brought here for? He was brought here to develop the offense and get the offense better. But he was really brought here to develop Daniel Jones.
He was the quarterback whisperer. Let's talk about his quarterbacks.
And listen though, he was here to develop Daniel Jones. So you know what
Yes,
he
he
did
was.
year one? He made Daniel Jones look good. Listen, hold on. Follow the story. He made Daniel Jones look good. Now, you going into year 2, you like, fuck that, man. I want to put up some points. I want to get my offense rolling. All right. They paid this guy, like Joe Shane said. We're going to air it out. That's not his game. We all know that. But his stubbornness took over. He said, I'm going to do this shit, and we're going to make this shit work. Didn't work. Fell miserably. So now, again, when you talking about the quarterback position, his whole thing was to come here to make Daniel Jones better along with the New York Giants offense. That's why they so stuck on Daniel Jones. That's how he got the fucking job.
Yeah,
when you go into John Mara's office, think about this shit, bro. Like, this is how NYG22 think. Unpopular opinion. Y'all hit that like button. Big Pat Sports Talk. S God, Miz, E the Chosen, Max 2128 in the building. Check it out, bro. They went into that meeting with John Mara saying, what can you do for the New York Giants? Yeah, we think we can make Daniel Jones better, Mr. Mara. Yeah, we could work with DJ. Yeah, I got this quarterback. I don't know what to do with him, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Think about what Mara's thinking. You know what I'm saying? The fans over me. I got this quick. Can you make him better? Can you make something out of him? Yes.
Think about it and why
they did it in 2022.
Dable came here.
That gave him some breathing room. All right, we good now.
Right. Brian Dable came here as the what? What was the title that
the quarterback
they gave?
Whisperer? Yeah,
he was the quarterback whisperer.
See what
right?
I'm saying?
This is why he got here. So therefore, check it out. When people say, I don't think it was Joe Shane that wanted to keep Daniel Jones, or I don't think it was Brian Dable that wanted to keep Daniel Jones, you're talking a fictional, bullshit, theoretical, unlogical, unrational conversation. We brought Brian Dable in here, regardless to it being nepotism, because that was his man. So I knew he was getting the job when Joe Shane got it, right? Because remember, Joe Shane wasn't our first pick. Remember that. Everybody go keep that in your mind. Joe Shane was not the first pick for John Mara. Let's get that out there. Moving forward, we brought in the quarterback whisperer, right? This was Brian Dable. Tua, Hurts, right? Allen.
Yeah.
He had all these quarterbacks under his belt, all the experience with the Patriots, Alabama, right? And the Bills. So he had a track record. Do you know what they were saying over in Buffalo land? You guys are not going to be as happy with him as you think.
That's a fact.
I got that on audio. I got that 3 years ago. I had a round table with the Buffalo Bills fans, and they said, you guys are not going to be as happy over there as what you think.
Why?
So the insight is this, and I'll end my situation and listen to you guys, is he's limited, dog. His skills is limited, dog. You understand? There's a ceiling to everybody. And you can't see it when you win it, but you damn sure see it when you lose it. His ceiling, we have seen his ceiling. There's no new tricks under the sun from Brian Daboll. Everybody knows his playbook mentally. So he's not a threat. If the players don't play above the X's and O's to execute the plays, or if their skill set is not above the X's and O's, that even if the play does not turn out, but their skill set allows them to make a play, he's dead in the water.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Remember,
Facts.
I said,
Because a good defensive coordinator sees that, and that's what Brian Flores did. He embarrassed Daboll that first game. The Washington Commanders are just ass. And speaking of that, we could go to the film review real quick and show you a couple of things. That
damn, I missed that.
no, I'm finna do it right now.
Oh, okay, yeah, let's do it.
And the reason Brian Flores wasn't hired is because of the situation he had in Miami with Tua.
Come on now, and because of the fact that he also is not a yes man. He wasn't tanking. Remember that shit?
Yep.
Yep.
They try to say, yo, let's tank. He said, I'm not doing that.
Can y'all see?
Brian Daboll
Yep.
with that
Yeah, we
shit,
could
though. But
All
anyway.
right, so
I'm gonna wait another game or two before I go there.
all right, so there's some very good run plays and there's some very good pass plays in this playbook, but Washington's secondary is stupid. So as you can see, we're in the single back big formation here, and we hand the ball off. Now, everybody that's saying that Singletary is a bum, you're stupid. I'm just gonna tell you that now. Singletary gets yards, bro, and he hits the hole immediately. Pause. But he hits the hole immediately. He doesn't tap dance. He doesn't try to get out here to the outside and let this dude get off his block and hit him for 2 yards here. He hits the hole. He sees the hole. He goes through the hole. And he's pushing forward, bro. That little dude must be stronger than I thought.
I guarantee you Saquon tries to cut that to the outside.
Yeah.
I guarantee you.
All right, so
You ain't going to
we
do
put
that
Nabers-
today, and why? You understand?
We
I'm
put
just saying,
Nabers
bro.
in a little
Facts
motion.
is
We got
facts.
2 tight ends here, Singletary, 2 receivers. Gets a 4 set here. So this is what you should be doing with Daniel Jones a whole lot. RPO shit. I don't
what
understand
I'm
why we
talking
don't do
about.
RPO shit more with Daniel Jones. That's
was
what we did in
killing them,
2022.
bro. We was killing them with that shit in 2022.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? Our run game should be dominant with this team. That was he just got in there. I don't know who got. I think Manhurts got beat right there on that play. Got Theo Johnson right here. I do believe this is Slayton, Neighbors, Wan'Dale Robinson, Singletary. You should have Wan'Dale Robinson in motion about every game, and he shouldn't be this far back when he's in motion, unless you're going to give him a quick pass right here and just let him work with these 2 dudes here. You see what I'm saying? Like, get the ball out quick to him right here and let him go to work if they're in a setup like this. Because you got a blocker here. Hold on, let me get my damn pen out.
Yeah. Y'all hit that like button, man, for
Damn,
the
Epic
Big
Pen
Blue
working.
Crew film review with Big Pat Sports Talk, man.
Epic Pen don't want to work today, so. But you got those 2 dudes down there. You need to automatically get him the ball immediately. But we don't do things. I don't know why we don't do things like that with the talent that we have. If you get him the ball out here to right here, you got these 2 blockers here.
Yeah.
You're 2-on-2. You're going to get at least 6 yards. But we don't do that. We run a screen to the
He
opposite
throws it
side.
to the opposite side. What the fuck?
And it doesn't develop because the blocking wasn't good enough on that play.
Should have known I wasn't gonna do nothing.
So you got a trip set here: Robinson, Slayton, Neighbors, Singletary, and I do believe this may be Manhurts right here, or that may be Theo Johnson, one of them. So you got Theo Johnson. He gets hit at the line of scrimmage. You loop Neighbors underneath. Look at all that trash right there. And that's why this play works. Malik Neighbors is too fucking fast for that. If you make one misstep, that's going to be a completion every time. And a lot of the times it's going to turn into a big play. You see what I'm saying? Like, you go with the Rams, what Cooper Kupp does over there, that's what Neighbors will be doing. This is a good play. You want to hit my tight end at the line of scrimmage? Okay, cool. You want to take an inside leverage? Okay, cool. I'm going to juke you to the outside, go right underneath that garbage that happened right there. You see what I'm saying?
Burns that dude too, man. Goodness.
You can develop more plays like this for these guys because they need that. Neighbors is the only receiver on this team that I trust that can route somebody one-on-one on the outside consistently. Got Robinson in motion. I don't know
Wow,
why you don't
motion.
do more RPO with Daniel Jones. I don't know why you don't do RPO with Daniel Jones. I guarantee you he would be super effective.
Why you just ain't throw it to the motion guy? Run it back?
Because that wasn't the play. That wasn't the
But
motion.
I'm saying
was
that
to
should
get
have been the fucking play.
No, you got all these people over here. You're not unless you're gonna throw it to him super quick and let him work. Okay, cool. But this is a run the whole way. You bring Theo Johnson as a lead blocker.
You could even hand it off to Robinson.
Yeah, and you read these guys. Now Neighbors didn't get to his guy quick enough. That's why you had two
I would
people
have
come over
handed
there.
it off to Robinson right there. To be honest with you.
But that was Singletary. Daniel Jones notices that Neighbors doesn't get his block. He makes a move actually right there, and he picks up mad yardage. Look,
Can I tell you something real quick, NYG? I'm gonna show you why your play.
If he hands
No.
it off to Robinson.
I'm gonna show you why your play is not a bad thought, but it won't work. And it's not you. Watch this. Pat, run it back. Run it back. Watch this. And why? It's not you. It's not you. Look out. Who's out there? Who's out there right there? Who's that right there at the 9-yard line?
that's Slayton.
He's not touching a motherfucking person.
Because he didn't come off the line.
Do you realize he ain't?
Look how slow he
Look.
came out.
He look. Ain't a motherfucking thing. Look at
He ain't blocked.
the moment that ball would have went to Wan'Dale Robinson, the
would've got
cornerback
snuffed.
would have bared down on him. And it's not your fault, NYG. It would have been a good play if Slayton would have engaged the cornerback because Wan'Dale would at least have got 7 to 8 yards.
You gotta use
Ain't even look at
motion. You gotta use motion though, man. And I agree with you. That might have not been a good play, but I think it would have been a good play. Maybe
No,
if
it
you
would have
changed the
been a good
personnel.
play if he
You
would have
had
grabbed
to change
it.
the personnel. Yeah,
Yeah. If
That's
he
what
would
I'm
have
saying.
if he would have put hands on that dude, it's a good play. He running like, yo, the ball ain't coming over here anyway. So let me just stand right here and chill.
Yeah, you gotta change the personnel on that play for it to work, man. But I do agree with you, man. But
But
running
sell
the
out
quarterback,
first, man.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I'm with you.
A lot of plays don't develop because of our blocking. We're not blocking. We're missing blocks.
Look at
It's
Slayton though.
not- Bro,
He just chilling.
Look,
if Daniel
another
Jones
way-
if they hike that ball right, like as Wan'Dale Robinson's coming in motion, and just hand it off to him. Okay, now say you have Manhurts or somebody on the end over there, out wide as a receiver, or Theo Johnson, right? Because he's a receiving threat too. So now the defense has to account for him and you just throw a little block. Boom.
Phil,
and
listen
see what
to me,
Wan'Dale Robinson can get to the pylon.
But NY, you don't even gotta go that far. I'm gonna help your play even easier. if Bryce Ford Wheaton and Daniel Bellinger is over there, that shit is perfected.
See what I'm saying?
If Bryce Ford Wheaton and Daniel Bellinger is over there,
It's the personnel, and you could have put. Man,
he's a clown, man.
You could
He's a
have
clown,
put
bro.
another receiver
It was a good.
on the
This,
other
but
side.
this was a good
or
play.
somebody on that.
Oh,
Go ahead. You got it.
the reason why this doesn't work because it wasn't set up for this to be here.
Right.
He was just a decoy.
I know this. I know it wasn't him.
I understand what you're saying. This could be a good play if you have Theo Johnson go block him immediately.
Yes.
Right. That's what I'm
If you
at
have
with it.
Theo Johnson, if he allows this guy to come right here and Theo Johnson is running up and he blocks him,
Mm-hmm.
get this ball out here to Wandale Robinson, and Slayton picks him up, and you try to set
Exact.
up
That's what I'm
one-on-one
talking about
matchup.
right there.
That's what I'm
Right
saying.
here.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I
This-
said.
This play was designed for a run. That's a fact.
Right. Right.
And the thing is, people know his playbook because that
That's what I'm
DB up
saying.
there, when that DB started moving right here, they already knew what was coming
Hey,
because he moved right here, so Hyatt couldn't get. That's
And he
actually
stopped.
Hyatt right there.
see what I'm saying?
Hyatt
Right?
could, yeah. You see how they already
Yeah.
knew. Everybody already knew what was coming. That's
Mhm.
why you alter things by doing things
Yes.
of such as what you're saying. They
Thank
already knew
you.
what was coming. But Daniel Jones actually showed instincts right here.
Look at Boney J though. Let's talk about Hyatt, right? Let's talk about it because it just happened. Hyatt missed his block with that DB. Can you
Hyatt
go?
couldn't get to him. Hyatt couldn't
Yeah, he
get to
could
him. See where
because
he
you
is?
know why though, right? You know why? He's too far outside the hash mark.
Uh-huh.
He's supposed to be.
Bro.
God damn, man.
He's supposed to be
God
somewhere
damn.
like
Right
right
there.
here where my
Yep.
indicator
God
is.
damn.
So just in case he does go to the inside, you could get the block.
And I don't blame that on him. That's called a
or-
lack of reps.
Or to be honest with you, well, this guy picks up Hyatt right here, but you might be able to get.
Oh no,
Hyatt
he
on
gonna
the
go
quick
past
out.
his ass. He gonna run
No,
past
come
his
on.
ass.
This dude right here. This dude is to pick up Hyatt just in case it's an RPO.
Yeah, yeah.
But me personally, I actually get this ball out here to Hyatt on a quick out because he's going to be so worried about giving anything up deep right here. I get this ball to Hyatt on a quick out and see if he can break a tackle.
Let me see where
That's
Hyatt
another good
see,
play.
he fucked up now. You
what
see
I'm
that?
saying?
He start
see what I'm
chasing.
saying?
Now
but
he's chasing the DB.
Go back to the start of that play, Pat. Now watch that DB that's on the outside with Hyatt.
Yeah, he moves in closer.
You see him? You see him right
Yeah,
there? He
because he
pointing over there. He
signals.
moving it. So if
signals
with Pat,
motion.
so what Pat is saying, if Hyatt runs an out right there, that's cookies. He's in there.
You know what I'm saying?
Look at that. Look at that, bro.
But no, not only that.
He goes inside.
Not only that, right? The cornerback will never make it to Daniel Jones by the time he throws that pass to Hyatt if he goes up the field.
You know what I'm saying? But Daniel Jones shows some instincts right there, cuts it back to the inside, makes another cut. I think he's very comfortable doing RPO. I think that's the best way to use him, to be honest with you. But me personally, I'll find a way
Hell
where I'll find a way to where I can get him involved in the play to make this dude
Hyatt is fast enough to run an out to seam route. He can actually act like he's going outside the numbers, put his foot in the ground, and go past this dude that's right there. He's so much skilled. He has that skill set easily.
Now the only thing is you cannot do this RPO fake right here because this guy's going to get to Daniel Jones before he can get to release the ball, and it's going to allow this guy to play up. But I'll find some variation to where I get this.
You don't have to do the RPO fake. Look.
You don't.
That's what I just
don't.
said.
You can
That's
just
what I
hike the
just
ball.
said.
Yeah, because
That's what I just said.
they're biting in before he even snaps it.
Mm-hmm.
So
He's biting off the motion of Wandale Robinson.
Yeah.
When he snaps it right here, I got Hyatt going on a quick out right here and get him one-on-one because if he misses that tackle, that's a touchdown.
That's
You
a
see what I'm
fact.
saying?
That's what I'm saying.
But it's to
That's
get
all I'm
these
saying.
guys. It's to get these guys to think because if
And
you're
it's
doing that
it's a gain of 7 to 8 yards, regardless.
yeah, And if you're doing that, it's going to get this guy thinking right here. So now you can hand off the ball without him crashing down. And if he's not crashing down, that's easy yardage. Easy yardage. You know what I'm saying? But
And he still almost got the Daniel Jones. But Daniel Jones made a move.
Yeah, because Hyatt was too far out.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how I know Hyatt fucked up. Can we just watch that one more time? Just let it run the full play though. Watch this. Watch Jalen Hyatt turn to the sideline because he thought he was going to be pulled out the game. Watch this. Keep going. Look. Watch what he do.
They don't respect Brian Dable, bro. Man, this coach is run it.
Here's another play here. This is how I know. I was telling people about Singletary before he got here. He hits the hole, sees another little crease, gets through that crease, makes him miss in a phone booth. Got him touching earth. Guess what? Gets the touchdown. Like Singletary is a good back, bro. He might not be a 1,500-yard back, but he'll get you some yards.
I told everybody this offensive line is built for his style of running.
Facts. So now
I told everybody that.
Now you have this is Neighbors because I can tell by his stance. This is Slayton, and this is Wan'Dale Robinson to the outside. Now, for some reason, we always find a way to have somebody in Daniel Jones' face when we do this play. I don't know what it is, but he misses his block right here. See, you got your people too spread far out to get these guys. That's on coaching, man. They're too far out to get these guys. Like, you're making it easy for them.
We talk about it every week.
Yeah, Slayton is too far out to get him, bro. Like, look at his alignment. He's too far out. Inch him in a little closer. Because he's not, unless he's the Flash, he's not going to get over there.
Why is he there blocking?
Because it's set up that way.
That's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be set up that way. That's my point.
It can be set up that way if you have him in line a little bit more. You see what I'm saying? He's not in line. So he's never going to get to that guy. Good ad lib by Daniel Jones. He does a jump throw. We make something positive out of this negative play. But it's the setup, man. I don't get it. Like, why you got these dudes so far out? Here's another variation of the single back formation.
Dub sets at the top.
Here comes Singletary. I'm telling you, man, this dude is nice, bro. You can talk all that stuff that you want to talk about him, but that dude is nice. He was getting yardage, bro.
That was a good fucking run right there.
And look, and if you go back to that run real quick, right? His wide receivers ain't do him no fucking favors. Look at these dudes. Yo, man, like, look at this shit right here.
He ain't feel like blocking.
Yo, man, that shit is crazy to me.
I mean,
nobody playing for this coach, man. You see the body language on the field. But go ahead.
Now, this here, I want Daniel Jones to hit this. That's a catch. If you put this ball where it needs to be, he threw it a little bit too far. But if you put that ball right here, that's a catch. That's a catch. And you want to know why it worked? Because your running game was working. You see how many motherfuckers up here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got single high safety. You can run a curl. You can run a slant. You can run a hitch. Anything you want to run when they got 8 fucking people in the box. You see what I'm saying? Your running game was working. The
Look
play
how many
action,
rush. Look how many rush. Look how many go back.
Seven is at the line of scrimmage.
8 was at the line of scrimmage.
Right there.
No. I'm
all
talking about.
those
I'm talking
games-
about.
Look, rushing.
I'm talking about by the time he was loading to
Run
throw the rock.
Run it.
Yeah, look how many he had. Look who's already there.
Stop
It's 8.
it right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 8. I think it's 2 dudes right here. It's 2 dudes right there. They look like 1. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8.
See what I'm saying?
That's what happens when your run game is working. This dude right here with Slayton speed, all he gotta do
You
is
got
do a deep comeback.
one-on-ones.
Yeah,
You got one-on-ones with a single high safety.
yeah.
I want Jalen
Wow.
Hyatt up there. I want Jalen Hyatt where Darius Slayton is at. I need him to be a part of those. That play right there should be a Jalen Hyatt play.
Yeah, Jalen Hyatt on a deep comeback
You
right here.
smoking that dude.
Come
Because
on, man. First
if
of
he
all,
runs
him
that
on
route full speed,
he don't even have to do a comeback, Pat. A stop and go. A stop and go is killing. Now think about what I'm saying. Go back to the beginning of the play, Pat.
And that dude,
Look how much cushion.
He's shading that. Safety,
Look how much
shading to
cushion
neighbor
he
side.
has, bro. He's 10 yards away from him. A stop
that's
and
what I'm
go
saying.
kills this dude.
that's what I'm saying. Like, you can do a stop and go if you want to hit the big play, but if you want to get the free yardage, that's free yardage all day. Run super hard at him, get him back on his back pedal, get him turn his back to start trying to run it because he think you hustling. That's 15 yards every time. When your
Yo,
run
a
game-
skinny post right there is
That's
murder.
dope, bro. Like
He run a skinny post right there and he's killing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. If he runs a
You got
skinny
the
post
the line, right, Pat? You could draw the line. You could draw the
my
line.
Epic Pen ain't working for some
He
reason.
said it's not
Oh,
working.
okay. It ain't nothing but the devil. We okay.
Yeah, I don't know why my Epic Pen ain't working right now, but it's acting stupid. But
Close it out and unpin it from your taskbar.
that's the thing, it's not letting me close it out. It's crazy.
Oh shit.
Like,
It's Kevin Doncic doing that shit.
like I'm trying to get it to work because I know exactly what he is talking about, and I wish I could draw it.
Oh
But it
my
won't.
God, man.
It won't work.
All he has to do, well, do me a favor, Pat. Follow the arrows while I speak. Just I'm gonna narrate and you just put the arrow on Slayton.
I mean, here's the thing with Daniel Jones. I'd rather them passes be long than short to be intercepted.
No.
I
All
mean,
right.
right around time would be great, but
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. Yeah, he just didn't want me to be great today. That's okay.
It's all right.
Hold on, let me do this. It's always one way to skin a cat. Yeah, I think I just got your punk ass now. Nah, there's something wrong with it. It's not. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
All
Ah,
There
right.
you go.
So
yeah, see on time, boy. That's why you always got to keep working and be positive. You know what I'm saying? So this is basically, you want Neighbors to go here, what he did, and you will want Hyatt to run super fast
run
hard
straight.
at him
Oh
and
my
then-
God.
and do that. Because
And
if your
the second
quarterback
route,
is
right,
good,
Pat?
he hold, huh?
Yeah, the second route. Erase the one for Hyatt just going straight up the field. Right? Erase that one.
Go ahead,
Draw
which
up
route?
to the 42. I'm sorry, that would be the no. That would be that's the 39. The 42 is up a little further back. Draw to the 42. Now cut the pin in toward the goalpost. And a little further in, like up now toward the middle of the yeah. Now up. You know, come on, man. Come
because
on.
he had the time. You know why he got the time? Because everybody's thinking about the run.
Exactly.
So he had the time.
Now look
how much time he got.
Look,
got all day.
Imagine if Hyatt would have. Look, he already gave him the inside leverage.
Look at that goddamn.
He already gave him the inside leverage. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on.
And then the safety is shaded to Malik Neighbors' side.
Come on.
So what?
Come on, man.
Do here? He's trying to hold him here to get the ball to Neighbors. Because this was going to Neighbors the whole way. But if this was going to Hyatt, you'll be looking at Neighbors the whole time, and you have your timing down to know, okay, he should be around the 41-yard line. Let me turn around. If he does that, who knows what happens? Because if he's staring at Neighbors right here, he's running.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there's things that they can do, but that's what I would love to see on this play, to be honest with you. That's what I would have loved to see on that play.
That just bothers me, man. That shit just bothers me. Like, yo, come on, man. You can do that. Shit is stupid, man.
But they wanted to force the ball to Neighbors today. Well, that day.
Yeah, but you got the look right there. You can force the ball more to him once a motherfucker rips off a 50-yard touchdown right there. You make another threat on the you have to make them pay attention now. Yo,
believe it or not, this dude is fucked over, bro. Because
I can't fuck with him, man.
If he's running like this, if he's running like this and this is Hyatt, that's a touchdown. Because Hyatt's gonna get past him. If Hyatt is running full speed and he does this, I don't even understand how he was able to do that. Like, let me see how fast Slayton comes off the line. See, man, you slow dogging it, bro. Like, if your route was deep, which he ran, you should have been sprinting. As soon as you hit,
and this is what I'm talking about, Pat. This is what I'm talking about. I just said this to NYG, and he said these guys don't want to play for him. Look at this shit.
All I know is if this is Justin Jefferson, he's speed, man. Look, he might have did what he did. Slayton come off the line. He might have did what he did. Slayton come off the line. But right now, this is when Jay Jettis is turning it on, and guess what? He got him like this. He gonna make one little step to the outside, then cut this back to the inside. He's gonna catch that ball about right here, and he's running every time. Because you in this position, if he's like this, it should be over. I got you any way that I want you. Paul, you mine when you like this. All I'm gonna do is cut on the speed, make a cut.
Yo,
you're dead.
First of all, Pat, I'm taking one deep plant,
Daniel Jones,
and I am turning my motherfucking body the whole entire opposite way.
He's looking that way because they're trying to get the ball to Neighbors.
They're trying to get they were force feeding in this game.
But
so they're trying to get him to go over here.
Go ahead.
But to your point, if he's looking that way, and what you're saying, Pat, if Hyatt is coming off the line like he's supposed to, Daniel Jones needs to let that ball go and bomb. You know what I'm saying? You can't be a robot, and you got to see a play when a play happens. You know what I'm saying? So, again, to you guys' point, I agree totally with what you're saying. If that's Hyatt and Daniel Jones is already looking that way, and he's got that cornerback looking like that, throw it. Not in that instinct, but
he did a very good thing.
I'm saying if Hyatt was in the game and what you guys were saying, if he was able to beat that corner looking like that, those are plays that is left on the field due to personnel decisions.
But the thing is here, this play was to get Neighbors one-on-one, which happened.
Yeah,
If he just throws this
to take
ball,
a shot.
if he just throws
It's
this
just to
ball
take a shot.
a little bit shorter, if he gets this ball like right here, it's a catch. It was just barely out of neighbor's fingertips. But I'll be honest with you, I'll come back to this play and I'm going towards the top. If you're in a single high, they caught them in the perfect defense, bro. They caught them in a perfect defense, and man, like even a out, even a deep out, this is a completion.
But that's the thing. They know that these dudes is not going to actually be running these routes decoy wise either. Brian Dable doesn't set up a lot of decoy routes up the field for his wide receivers. So defensive coordinators don't have to teach or make sure that they train the DBs to be like, listen, these guys are running deep routes. Even if they don't get the ball, they're running these routes very hard, and they're running these routes with ambition and purpose. They slow dogging up the field once they get past 8-9 yards. Like, y'all know this shit ain't gonna be thrown to me, right?
Brian Dable doesn't know how to get his offense in the rhythm. And the way you get your offense in a rhythm is by using motion. You see how many different plays we took out of that one play, that Daniel Jones play near the goal line where he ran it up the middle. You see how many different plays we took? I had a play. Pat had a play. E had a different play. Like, we all had different plays that we took out of that one play. So, again, that's how you get your offense in the rhythm. You use those type of plays, and you let your quarterback see which play is open and start to get those receivers in a rhythm with quick catches and yak yardage, just based off the motion.
Get their blood flowing. They make a good play right there to get them hype.
And then you can start taking those deep shots, and those guys are going to start running because they want to get the football.
I'll tell you this too. This matters too. If you're going into a game plan where you know you're not going to get the ball, that could be kind of tough too. Well, you know that you're not going to get the ball, because that's what this game plan was.
But you got to sell it though. That's the part.
You got to sell it. That's what I'm talking about. You have to sell out, man.
Anything for Brian Dable, bro. What are they selling, bro? That's why you need it.
If this offensive lineman gets to his block, you see how he scraped over. He was, man. If he's right here, Gary, get this block. This is a good run. And that was a pretty good play call too. It's just that Van Rotten was scraping against his own offensive lineman to get out there. You see, he pulled too quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're too close to the line of scrimmage. You should be pulling and going like that. And he ran into the back of his offensive lineman. That's why he couldn't get to where he needed to be. Because if he blocks him, this is a good run.
Yeah, he missed it.
Yeah, all I'm gonna say, in the past you could hot dog it because the offensive line was terrible, but if the offensive line is good, you got to sell it.
All right, see, we got neighbors in motion. So let's see here.
I do not like the way this shit is set up.
Now
because you have nobody on this side of the field.
I do not like the way that shit is set up right there. You overloaded on one side.
So why do we run so many routes where a dude just stands there? You see what I'm saying? We run a lot of routes where the dude just stands there. You see Wan'Dale Robinson is not moving, then he moves. If that's the case, he should be getting the ball on a quick out or something. So he just ran a slow dog route right to the middle. I don't. Okay. So Daniel Jones.
And hold on, Pat. Hold on. This is what we talk about selling a route, right? Look at what I'm about to say. Run the clip back just a little bit, maybe 3 seconds. Watch Wan'Dale Robinson allow the second motherfucking level defender to come up in case he was to get the ball. Watch how he allows this dude to just creep up. Watch this. Right there. Right there, he recognizes, okay, the play is not going to him. I could bail out now.
What you want Daniel Jones to do right here, which Josh Allen does amazingly, He did right stepping up in the pocket, launch that bitch. He's not gonna make it. Launch it to him. Just launch it. You see how he started beating him? Launch it to him. This is why he needs a Josh Allen or somebody that's super ad lib created, because this scheme is trash. But
I'm telling you, bro.
he just started outrunning.
Yo,
this
I
dude.
hate this shit, man.
He just started. Look how many people are in the same area. This is
I
terrible.
talk
You
about it
never
every
want
week.
3
I
receivers
talk
in the
about
same
it every
area
week.
like this.
Every
This dude
week.
literally guard him and him.
It should never
But
listen
Josh
to me.
Allen-
Listen to me. NYG. It should never be the same amount of motherfucking DBs and the same amount of wide receivers in a 10-yard radius.
You actually got more DBs, more people guarding than what we got, and we only got 3 people on the field because nobody
We only got
came
3
out here
people.
for a
Yo,
route.
come on, man. Come on,
So
man.
when Daniel
Yeah.
Come
Jones
on.
steps up, this is what he wants his quarterback to do. You know what I'm saying? When Daniel Jones steps up,
And I'm gonna be on my coach shit. What was the down and distance on this play? Because
I think this was like 2nd and 10.
second
If
and
he
10,
steps up and launches this ball deep to like right here, I think it's a completion. To be honest with you, because
It's
Josh Allen
2nd
has
and
enough
8.
arm strength. Yeah, I think it was like 2nd and 8, if I'm not mistaken. Second and
Yeah,
10,
2nd and 8.
second and 8.
If I'm and this dude might have hit Josh Allen when he was getting ready to throw it, but Josh Allen would have got it off right before he throw it, and he has enough arm strength to where this shit would have been like right here in this area. And look, he's burning them. You see what I'm saying? So when Daniel Jones gets out the pocket right here, don't hesitate. Just throw it to him. Just throw it to him. I don't think Daniel Jones has the you know how those quarterbacks can just throw it like that.
Throw it to.
No, you can't throw it to the neighbors. It's locked.
No,
You
not
throw it anywhere
him.
near neighbors, it's over
The
with.
dude at the
Yeah,
at the,
him.
yeah,
That's what I'm
him.
saying. If this is Josh Allen, this ball is going to him, and it's probably a touchdown because he's an alien. He's one of those guys that can do it. Lamar Jackson can do it a little bit. Mahomes does it a little bit. Stafford does it a little bit, but Josh Allen's the best at this position right here. That boy would have.
You know who else could do that shit? You know who else could do that shit? Kyler Murray.
Yep, Kyler Murray can do it too.
That shit is a touchdown if Kyler Murray is with this play, because that's his shit. Throwing on the run, he got that baseball arm. That shit is a touchdown.
Launch that bitch.
That's what he threw to Marvin Harrison last week.
Yep. But the thing is,
He
this
is on my
play is
fantasy
trash.
team. Let's
This
go.
play is ass, bro. The play is ass. I don't care what
Still
anybody says.
trying to
But
tell you.
if this was a quarterback, let's just say we got Cam Ward next year. Cam Ward launches this. That's a fact. But I'm not going to sit here and trash my quarterback, say you're a trash quarterback because you can't make alien-type quarterback plays.
He's just in the
There's
wrong
only
scheme.
few quarterbacks that can make those plays like that out of the 30.
He's in the wrong scheme, man.
You
If
see what I'm
he's in
saying?
the Saints scheme, Daniel Jones is putting up numbers. I'm telling you, that
Exactly.
scheme is dope, bro.
Exactly. You know what
Pat,
other
you
fucking
watched
scheme
it,
is
yo.
dope?
What you think,
Yo,
bro?
you know
Whose
what other
scheme is
scheme is serious?
The Saints. You watched that Saints
Oh, yeah,
Cowboys
that
joint.
Saints
What?
game is serious. But
Told you, bro.
this is why I say that he needs an alien quarterback. Because one, your plays are ass, but my quarterback is so fucking cold that if this dude does break off his route and runs deep, my quarterback from any angle can get that ball to the end zone. That's why Dabo wanted Jaden Daniels so bad.
Right. Because he definitely throws that shit.
Facts. And he got some.
He throws that shit. Right there, when he steps on that first and back foot, that shit is launched.
He's
launching that shit.
He's launching it right now. And I bet you was on the line to that receiver. And all you got to do is catch it. So you turn this horrible play into a touchdown. And everybody's like, man, the scheme. No, nigga, that's just me. Nigga, I can get, yeah. My dude just ran deep because shit, everybody was in the same area. And I launched it. And it worked.
Jaden Daniels
But
got
what
an
I
arm.
want Daniel Jones to do is don't pump fake, right? Just throw it to him. Give it to him. This dude can't get there if you throw this on the line and Wanda Robinson catches this and he probably gets to the 30. Just throw it. Why did you pump fake?
Run it.
Watch.
Run it.
Throw it.
Play it.
He pump faked. It's already too late. Right here. You see when his arm went up? Just throw it to him. Just throw it to him. You pump fake, and now you double clutch it, and now you throw it too high.
That's trash.
You see what I'm saying? Like, he's in the wrong scheme. And then he doesn't have those instincts like you always say, NYG. Just throw it.
He used to, man, and I'm sad that them shits is gone. He used to.
Yeah. It's out of him now. He doesn't have confidence in it.
Yeah,
So
it's
he's trying
gone,
to
man.
not make a mistake.
The instincts done been beat out of him.
So,
Yeah, he's just trying not to make a mistake.
Eli just
Now, you
told him
see
they
here?
just had to talk with him.
You see here, this play is ass too. But guess what?
What happened?
He got him-
Say that again, man. K.
And
What
I
you say?
say Eli just talked to him about letting it rip and not just willing to make mistakes and all that stuff. He just talked to Daniel Jones about that.
Yeah, just
He
let it
talked to him
rip,
when
bro.
today.
Either yesterday or the other day after the game.
God damn it! Why was I not involved?
He gave him some advice, man. He said it's gonna be tough as New York, man. It's like, hey, man, just let it rip, man.
You ain't got nothing
Because
to
Eli
lose.
Manning ain't give a fuck. He threw 5 in the game.
But look, we running the Jason Garrett offense right here. This curl,
See what I'm saying?
hitch, curl. But guess what? You got Malik Neighbors. Catches the ball, you're stupid. You're gonna come up and try to tackle me. And he turns that into a big play. That's all Neighbors.
That's
There's
what
nothing
happens when
special
you have
about
a
that.
number one receiver.
Facts. There's nothing special about that. You just got the ball in Neighbors' hands right there. Hope he can do something.
That's a fact. He
Look
just
at this
ran. He
scheme.
ran a soft 9. He ran a soft 9 route and curled off of his defender.
All right. So you're running
That's
a
it.
drag with Wan'Dale Robinson right here.
Right.
If you throw it to him right here, he gets clobbered. I don't know where. You see what I'm saying? Like now you run a post. Put the ball on him, DJ. You see what I'm saying? Like it's always something. You got to give your top dog a chance right here. You throw this ball so far out the field to the right, but you could have led him. Throw the ball right here. Throw the ball right here. Put the ball in the spot somewhere in the middle of the field. And let your big dog go up there and try to make a catch for you, man. Like, if he puts this ball around here in this area, because this safety could make, put the ball right here. Neighbors catches that. You see what I'm saying? This is why Dable doesn't want him here. And I don't blame him. You see what I'm saying? Like, a good quarterback knows that he has a dog at the receiver. Put the ball right here, man. Put the ball right here or put it here, somewhere in this area here. Because that's where he's running the route. Why are you putting the ball here? That doesn't make sense. Now you trying to make him fight. You're helping the cornerback right here. So some of the things that Dable runs would work if Daniel Jones would just throw the ball correctly. I'm as fair as can get. These dudes are idiots. This secondary, that's why the secondary gets cooked. Why are you? What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm telling you.
They're in no man's land.
What are you doing? Everything else on this shit is ass. This is ass. All these are ass. This is an outlet if you need them, but this is ass. You ran right into the zone, but at least you had this route right here, and it was a zone beater.
Hey,
Considering that this
Keith,
dude
wasn't Godwin and Evans cooking them?
Oh
Yeah.
man! Oh, they was
It
What?
was sick, boy.
Hold up,
Oh,
hold
my
up, hold up,
goodness.
hold up, hold up.
Yeah, the
Did
Bucks.
you see the 3 routes that Godwin ran to destroy them? Did you see the 3
Yeah,
routes he
I
ran?
called the
He never
game.
ran a go route. You know the 3 routes that he ran, right?
The 3
Skinny
routes he
post.
always run.
Good.
Yeah.
Skinny post, crossing route, and seam route.
Yeah, the 3 routes he always run. And they just decide which route is best to run on that play, but he runs the same 3 routes. But
Yeah.
if you look at the position. Why are you throwing this ball here? Look at the position of your receiver. Look at this idiot. He's not running back here. He's looking at you.
I wonder when they do these film study and reviews what they be talking about with quarterback and
Pat,
coach.
can you do me a favor? Can you put a little yellow dot on the 35 in the middle of the field?
You talking about right here?
No.
Or you talking about right here?
Yeah, right there. That's it. Throw the ball right there.
Yeah. No.
Throw the ball right there. Throw the ball. All you gotta do is throw the ball right there.
Yeah,
Right there.
he still wouldn't be able to make it because he's an idiot. But
At all. Throw the ball right there.
on this play here, you want Daniel Jones to throw that ball right here. You see, he got a step on him already, and he starts running because he's seeing where the ball is going. Throw that ball right over here in this area somewhere, and it's a catch at the very least. And if he fucks around and misses his foot, it's a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? So we need a new quarterback. That's a fact. I'm not gonna be able.
We need a new motherfucking coach too.
Yeah, you need a new coach and you need a new quarterback.
And that's it. If Daniel Jones got to go, Brian Dable got to sit on the motherfucking plane with him.
That's what I'm at with it, E. Cause
He got to sit right next to him, 14A and 14B on the motherfucking plane.
Because you want some sabotage shit, bro, and I know
that's
it, bro.
offending.
You got 5 receivers against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people at the line of scrimmage. They send 4.
Why?
They put two edge rushers back.
Why the fuck are we still bunched up together as wide receivers?
I don't know.
Why are we still bunched up together?
Go, circle that.
But guess what? You got the ball in your playmaker's hand quick, right? Guess what he does? Make somebody miss, gets a first down. Wan'Dale Robinson shouldn't have a game where he doesn't get you at least 3 first downs.
But circle that
That play,
top, though.
that play was ass. The play was ass. To be honest with you, I don't
right
know.
there.
Yeah, look at that at the top.
Look, what the fuck is the goings-ons?
3 people covering 2 receivers.
Now hold on though. Look at the motherfucking pocket he got to throw from to strain the ball into soft zone coverage. Why is he straining the rock? Look.
All I know
Look at his coverage. Keep looking at his coverage and why? I mean his protection. Look at that shit. With that protection, you are supposed to allow a route to develop at least to get 25 yards on the play. Look, there's still nobody next to him.
Quick.
I can't, man. I can't with this motherfucker, man.
I gotta bench this dude.
I can't, man. And Pat, please run that play one more time. Look at where the receiver at the top
That's trash.
ran. Look where he ran at. Why the fuck would you do that?
The play was trash
designed. The play was designed for.
I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it.
It's
Just
all
look at
trash.
this receiver right here. He's not running a route. He's looking to block.
I can't.
You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck is he blocking?
The offense is robotic. It's not giving him options. It's giving him one option to get the ball to him, and then after that, you got to ad lib. That's what the offense is.
The whole time. You looking at him the whole time.
But you are protected. Look how much protection he has. Look how much protection he has.
It's because the play was designed to go to Wan'Dale Robinson.
I know. We know, Pat.
I mean, but goddamn.
We ain't gotta like it.
Him the whole time. Look the whole fucking time.
We don't have to like the shit.
And look. All Washington knows it. Oh yeah, he's looking that way. Y'all fellas go. Go that way. He's looking that way. You see
They
him?
just sorry.
Clown shit.
Trash, bro.
That shit is clown
Let
shit.
us play.
That shit is
All right,
clown
put
shit.
in the pocket. This is a good play. We should be able to get these routes all day with the receivers that we have. As long as they run full speed, because look, he was running full speed. Look at him.
Right. That's a time and play right there.
I'm telling you.
That's a
We
time
should
and
be able
play
to
right
get
there. The
people like
ball is
this all
look,
game
the ball is already on its way out before the wide receiver even turns around. The ball is already on its way out.
We should be
So
able
all
to
he
get
has to
routes
do
like
is
this
turn
all day
around
long.
and catch the pass.
We should be able to get routes like that all day
Boom.
long.
See that?
Our receiver. And to be honest with you, it still was a little bit late.
But hold on, Pat. Run that play back. Run that play back. All right. Let it play. And I'm going to just ask you to pause when it is. Right? Keep going. No, you good. Let it go.
He waits till he turns around before he throws it.
Pause it, Pat. Do you see what the fuck is going on over by the 30-yard line? Over by the 24, 25? You see what's going on?
Yeah, too many people in the same area all the time.
I just don't understand him.
Like, why?
I just don't understand this shit. He likes company. The motherfucking plays he run is called company.
Like, why are these two dudes on the inside running like mirror routes towards each other? I don't understand.
It's called, I'm telling you, bro, it's called company, bro.
Like,
His motherfucking playbook got the word company on it.
If these dudes keep running the route, they're going to meet right here. Both of them.
You're going to hear me say that forever, NYG. He running
Guess
company.
what? This dude can guard both of them if you wanted to.
Yeah, it's called friends.
But Daniel Jones is like he wait too damn late, bro.
Because you know why? Because these fucking routes are so terrible. He doesn't get a progression in a way where he can look off anybody. The shit is terrible.
Like the ball should be coming out his hand right now. He still locking and loading, waiting for him to turn around. You don't
But that's
have to
the
wait
point.
for him to turn around, bro. If you get this ball on him and he catches this ball right here, you get mad yardage after the play.
But let me tell you something. He's running these sets, right? He's running these plays, and that's what he's waiting for to happen. If you think about the last 3 passes he completed, the wide receiver turned around to him.
Look, bro.
Protection is good.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the protection. It's dope.
For the first time. For the first time.
Look at that. Holy smokes.
He should be throwing his ball right now.
Exactly.
As Slayton turns around, he catches it, and he's actually able to turn around and face this dude and get past him. But you wait so late to throw the ball, and then you threw it a little bit too far and made him come back a little bit into the DB. That's why
So,
you don't get no
so I
yardage
want you to
after
do
the
me a
catch.
favor. I want you to do me a favor, Pat. I want you to rewind that play, right? And I want to show you something. And why? I want to show you something, right? If Brian Dable had any creativity, watch this. Soon as Pat bring it back. All right, bring it back while they at the line of scrimmage, Pat. Where's Slayton at?
Right here at the bottom.
I want you to do me a favor. Draw the yellow line down to the 45 and then make him go to the middle of the field. Make him go to the hashes. So straight down to the hashes. Up to the hashes. No, I'm sorry. To the seams. I apologize. To the seams. Up to the seams. Right there. Right there. Now watch the play, y'all. Just check him out. Y'all see the yellow line. Just think if he did this. Watch what happens. Go ahead, Pat.
Oh yeah, that's a big play too.
Oh my fucking goodness.
If you make Theo Johnson run his route out here. You see what I'm saying? So if this dude backs off, he's gonna have to try to get underneath it, and he's not gonna be able to do it.
But then that safety comes down too, though.
But
So
you still get
he
how many yards?
clears the safety out with that route, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if he runs that route,
no. If you make him run this into it, this dude starts falling back.
Oh, inside. Okay, yeah. I got you.
it's
got
kind
you.
of like a zone.
I thought you
man
was talking
scheme.
about. I thought you was talking about to the.
But if you run
That's-
Slayton,
side.
like he said in the beginning of the play, let's just say Theo Johnson comes off the line and he runs something like this, and you
Right.
go here,
like a quick out.
yeah.
And now you got Slayton
Catches
running
this
a
ball.
skinny post.
Yeah, Theo Johnson.
You got
catches
him
the
running a
ball
skinny post. Look,
because he's not going to be able to get all the way to the outside.
all the DBs is
And-
flat-footed right now. All the DBs is flat-footed.
and if this guy, see, they ran a man zone with these two linebackers here. So this guy was in man on Theo Johnson. So he's going to have to decide what. See, this is where you put people in play. He's going to have to decide if he goes out there with Theo Johnson on this route, this is wide
It's
open.
open. Yep.
Because as long as Daniel Jones is not staring him down, this safety right here is going to have to stay in the middle of the field. You see what I'm saying? So if he's looking at this safety the whole time, he's going to keep him in the middle of the field, and this is going to sneak right behind him.
And
then
let
he's
me
gonna
tell you
start making
something.
tackles.
Let me tell you something. Darius Slayton is fast enough to catch that pass when he hits the seam to keep going across the field.
That's Slayton's route. That's his route.
All he has to do is go diagonal up the field from the 35 to the 30. Can you draw that line for me real quick? Right there. No. A little shorter. A little shorter inside.
Yeah,
About
he's
to the
gonna catch
32.
it right about right here.
Yeah, he's gonna catch it right
If
about
this
there.
dude
And
tries
just
to come up, Slayton can actually
he's going
do that.
already. Yo, my God, man. My God, man.
So if this dude
I
doesn't make
just-
the tackle, Slayton goes here, and this guy's going to have to get him around the maybe the 22. You know what I'm saying?
If he catches him, because he's full speed at that point.
yeah.
If he can
So-
catch him.
I mean, it's a variation of routes that you can run out of this. Wish they should have a variation
He
of.
just does. He's not using the right personnel to get the right things going. With a team like this, it's supposed to be fucking target practice.
And to be honest with you, if I got Theo Johnson, I'm having him run this. If I'm having him doing a curl right here.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Because if he's running this and this guy has to get on this horse to help him out, that's when this can come open. Or
Can
this
somebody
can
tell
come
me
open.
what the fuck is going on right there? Go right there.
You know what I'm
At the
saying?
40. Who's that at the 40?
Right here, that's Wan'Dale Robinson.
See what I'm saying? He should
You're
not
not-
be looking
you're-
forward
you're-
towards his man.
See, you're not utilizing your talent. To be
That's
honest
why I don't
with you.
fuck with him.
He got the inside
Because
leg.
if you get Theo Johnson running this route here, and you get this safety looking at Theo Johnson running this route, use the speed that Theo Johnson has. You got this guy open. If he's up on this guy, you got one-on-one right here. And if this guy's moving and he's turning his back and he's running with Theo Johnson, because you got the time, my God. You got the time. And he runs this route to the inside, you're gonna get the ball over these two dudes' head. Like, I don't get it.
I don't get it either. And we all know DJ can make those throws. There's no throw he cannot make except the one when he's on the run over 40 yards down the field.
And man, that's just a little bit of it. I know it's almost midnight and people gotta get to sleep.
Yeah.
It's past midnight where y'all at. So I mean, that's just a little bit of it. This is what I watch, bro. This is why I talk the way I talk. Because I actually enjoy watching film and everything, bro. And we're not using our talent the way we should be using it. If you got a big 6'6" monster that can run a 4.5, use them.
Mm-hmm.
Force that safety to make a decision. And if you're going to leave that dude one-on-one, quarterback, throw that shit high to the outside and make him turn and mouse that nigga every time. He don't do that shit.
Pat, you got a 6'4", 235-pound monster that runs a 4 motherfucking 3 and Bryce Ford Wheaton.
Yeah.
And he's not been in the red zone or end zone scheme since he's been on the fucking team. How?
And I don't
Against
get it.
these whack ass DBs in Washington. How?
If I go back to that, oh my God. If this is Bryce Ford Wheaton, nigga. If you put
He's
him on a route like
burning.
this,
He's burning past them.
oh my God.
Problem is, we haven't been able to get the ball to this guy.
But to be honest with you, if you got Hyatt right here running this route, it's even scarier.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Again,
this dude's gonna be on his horse, and if he sees that, he's gotta get on his horse too. You got Boom, and if this dude's covering up Slayton right here, Boom. If this dude's covering up Wan'Dale Robinson right here, Boom.
Yeah, got him.
Yeah, you got him. Whatever you want to do, because your offensive line, man, this pocket, good Lord.
Get tired of that shit. I'm getting tired of it.
But guess
the
what?
only
He
one.
makes the instant decision to go there. The play
No, he
calling is
doesn't. He
trash.
doesn't make the instant decision. That's the play design.
That's
And
the
why?
play design. I mean,
That's the play design. That bullshit is the play design.
Hold on, NYG, before you
you're
get into
living
it, what are
in
you gonna
North
wait
Korea
for?
with this team.
This is locked up. That's locked up. What are you gonna wait for? When you run the play all the way through, this is the routes that they were running. If they were running the routes that we were saying they should run, then yes.
Go for it.
You know
Go
what
ahead,
you're,
NYG. Go ahead.
you know what you're not doing? You're not taking off and running to the outside. Look at that
Exactly.
space.
And why we keep saying the same thing. We keep
Okay,
saying
I
it.
understand that. But what are you running to the outside for? Look at this. Where are they going? You see what I'm saying? Like if this
DJ,
dude,
I'm talking about the quarterback, Pat.
that's what I'm saying. What he's going to run to the outside for? There's nothing for him to run to the outside for. What are they doing?
Look at the bottom of the screen. Look at the bottom of the screen. Look at him. Right there.
Yeah, that's wide open. You throw it to him every
Wide
time.
open. Yep, wide open. Ain't nobody. Look, the DB is 5 yards, 6 yards away from him, about to run to him. The ball is going to get there way before that.
You want him to do some Caleb Williams shit right here. This is what Caleb Williams would do. He would try to get to the outside and get a big play, but there's no big play to be had. These dudes are not running routes to where you can get the big play.
Yeah, they faking. They pump faking right there. And why?
Yeah.
They pump faking. Look at the pump fake.
Problem. That's the exact problem.
Yeah.
That's the exact problem. He made the right decision. He just threw it.
They not selling out for this dude. You know why?
Man,
and that's what's frustrating you.
You should have this man firing off the line, big 6'6", firing off the line and just running.
And this is my thinking. You know what I'm saying? Before people think I'm crazy, like if DJ gets to the outside, like in other offenses, those receivers would be coming back to the football.
Exactly.
That's true, but
look see what I'm saying.
Man, I'm not even going to say nothing else
that's all that I'm saying. But
hear me out. NYG, you're correct. You're not wrong. But look where the routes are, bro.
Look where they at, bro.
It is bullshit. It is a bullshit.
They pump faking, B. Look at that shit.
If you had this man running a route deep down the field, yeah, I would say, and if you see that he has one-on-one coverage, I would run outside and I will launch this ball deep to my 6'6" guy to see if he can out jump him for the ball.
Watch this right here, Pat. You're gonna love this question I'm about to ask NYG, and I think the whole world is gonna pay attention to it. If you have been playing this game up until this point, NYG, as a defensive coordinator, what would you tell your DBs?
DBs, I'm not worried about nothing deep.
That's my whole point, brother.
Stay home.
That's my whole point.
Stay home.
You're able to cheat when you say shit like that.
Stay home.
You're able to cheat when you say shit like that.
If this dude wasn't so ass, he would be all over this route right here.
Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something right now. Even with Daniel Jones, and I'll put my motherfucking money on this, Sean McVay would have scored 38 against the Commanders.
I guarantee you, bro.
Facts. Guaranteed.
That's
All
what I
that
said,
quarterback had
bro.
to do was throw.
Even with Daniel
Guaranteed.
Jones, he would have been tearing them the fuck up because he would have put the personnel in there that they could not keep up with. First of all, Sean McVay is all about routes and he's all about speed. He would have tore them the fuck up.
That dude's a top 5 coach in the NFL right now, bro.
But you know what it
Word up.
is?
That's
He
my
knows how
unpopular
to
opinion.
offensively play call. He knows how to use his personnel. Cooper Kupp ain't the fastest fucking
But he
wide
also
receiver in the
keeps his
world.
team together, though, bro. They lost Aaron Donald, and they still competing.
Yeah, because
A
you know
lot of
why,
teams
right?
would
They
have
got
folded.
motherfucking Jared Verse.
And Braden Fisk.
Yeah,
But
the
they
reason
ain't
why
Aaron
they
Donald,
get-
bro.
The reason
You
why
gotta
they get beat
understand
now
the
because they
impact
done
in
lost
that.
their whole offense. They done
Yeah, they
lost
don't
their
love their
whole
offense now.
Everybody hurt.
I
But once
guarantee
they
you
come
they
back,
still compete.
yeah, they're still gonna compete. But once they get back, it's gonna be
You seen
more
how
than
many
competing.
motherfuckers that picked Darnell Robinson up in fantasy?
Yeah,
I guarantee you they don't get beat 28-6 by the Vikings.
True. But
Sean McVay team's not gonna do that, bro. Like, that dude is a good coach, and his scheme is dope.
so this is just a little bit what I go through as far as watching film and everything. It's a little bit of everybody. It's a little bit of receivers running slow routes. There's a little bit of horrible scheme. There's a little bit of Daniel Jones not being efficient. It's a little bit of not running the ball. There's a little bit of people missing a lot. That's why it looks so bad. Nothing is consistent. Only thing that's really been consistent is the pass blocking. And the run blocking too when they decide to run the fucking ball, but
which is almost non-existent when you consider that they're trying to take what was predominantly a run-heavy culture and turn it into a West Coast high-flying culture, which
Right.
doesn't really mesh like that well. Coaches like that
Exactly.
in this culture are like oil and water. We are not
Facts.
meant to match.
that's a fact, Mets. But it's a little bit of everything, and I appreciate everybody that stays and watches and tries to gain a little bit of knowledge of what we're talking about. And we're not super experts, but I do know the basics, and those basics are terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I do appreciate everybody that stayed in and watched a little bit of film with us. This has to change, man. And this is the reason why I say a stat sheet is not the only thing you should be watching to determine what's a good player or what's a good play caller or who's a good coach. Oh, I just got to look at the stats and this shit tell me. No, you got to look at film, bro.
Yeah,
You got to look at film.
You idiot, not the stat sheet.
So,
And another thing, Pat, I don't want to cut nobody off, but I gotta say this. Fuck you if you watch highlights. Okay?
Facts.
I'm telling you that right now. Fuck you.
facts.
Because you can't
Highlights-
tell me nothing about a
Yeah.
game because you watched a condensed 8 minutes and 32 seconds.
Facts.
Okay? So fuck
You got to
you.
put in work, nigga. If you want to determine, if you want to speak like
That's
you
a fact.
know absolutes, you got to put in work. Because if you're just looking at a stat sheet will allow you to be top dog in the NFL, there wouldn't be no need for film. It wouldn't be no need for film. I would just go to the stat sheet and be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a whole lot that goes into this, and we're just doing this on YouTube. So imagine what head coaches are doing, what's supposed to be doing.
Facts.
Supposed to be.
You have a set scheme, but based on the team that you playing, you have to put wrinkles in that scheme every week because your scheme is on everybody's film room.
It's stagnant, not to mention the scheme is stagnant. It's rigid. It's
Yeah.
redundant.
And if you're running the same plays that you run against everybody every fucking time, guess what's gonna happen? Everybody's gonna know what's going on, and you're gonna get killed. And that's what I don't see from the play calling with Brian Dable. You don't put wrinkles in any fucking thing.
It's like he's a tin man. He gives in the, which is a complaint I have with Tom Thibodeau over in the NBA. But the case in point can apply with Dable. He is rigid, metal-minded, a tunnel vision tin man who's slow to adapt or never adapts at all. And it's gonna kill this team if he doesn't step aside, or at the very least, learns to adapt at a faster rate.
like I don't understand it. Like you go to the Rams, they run a variation of that motion scheme that they have. They run a variation of it all the time, and it gets to the point to where the old plays start to work because you're worried about what they're going to do after this variation. How you think Justin Jefferson keeps getting all the shit that he got, even though he goes into the slot most of the time? How you think CeeDee Lamb does it? They call certain plays. Yes, certain plays are going to work against certain teams because they just don't have the talent. But when you're playing a talented defense that can guard that shit up, you have to come with a different variation of that same formation.
Look at how they got mono. I'm sorry, I apologize. Y'all don't know who mono is. Sam Darnold. We call him mono because when he had the shit. So look how they got mono playing. Look how they had Josh Dobbs playing. Look how Kirk Cousins was winning, right? Regardless to everybody knowing that we got to bracket Jettis, we have to double Jettis. Look what he was able to do with everybody else that they got. The scheme is a quarterback-friendly scheme, and look at the situation. They lose Dalvin Cook, they go out and get Aaron Jones.
You know what's crazy though, E? Is guess what? Where did Kafka come from?
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs.
What do the Chiefs do?
Variation schemes to get wide receivers open and get them up the field.
Exactly.
This is why I do believe
See what I'm saying?
that Kafka never really had a chance to call his own play.
Nope.
Because
and you saw what he did to him, though, Pat, right?
Yeah.
He wanted to leave. Hold on. He wanted to leave. He pigeonholed him and yoked him up Pinocchio style and made him the assistant coach so he couldn't make a lateral move. What kind of sucker shit is that?
Yep. And Kafka wanted to leave because he didn't get to call the plays that he really wanted to play. Because coming from the Chiefs, I know for a motherfucking fact that his offense was not going to have any motion in it. I promise you that's not coming from
and
the
I
Chiefs.
guarantee
not
you
from under Andy Reid. No.
And now y'all know why Wink Martindale got the fuck up out of here.
True. And
that's been Dabo's offense the whole time.
Telling you, bro.
At this point, you wonder what deal the Dable made to get Kafka that position and basically make Kafka look like a jackass for taking the job.
No,
because Kafka is a yes man. He's not one of them dudes that's going to come out of his mouth and get crazy.
I'm going to just give you my opinion on it. They sold Kafka on coming over here and be able to be an offensive coordinator. And what Dabo probably did was, here's my playbook. You call the plays from this playbook. And Kafka's like, man, I have a whole variation of plays that I want to call that I've learned from over in Kansas City from Andy Reid. And the team that you're building, if we do this a certain way, call the plays how I have it in my playbook. And Kafka's like, man, I don't like this shit.
I'm going to tell you what I believe. I'm going to tell you what I believe. You ready, Pat? You ready?
Go ahead.
I believe all those crossing routes by Richie James and all those one-on-one shots with Darius Slayton was Kafka's plays.
Yep.
Because I just need y'all to know, we haven't run one motherfucking crossing route in 2 games.
Yep. That's a fact.
Neighbors and Jalen Hyatt on your team.
That's a fucking fact. That 2022, all those crossing routes, I believe that was Kafka.
I believe it was Kafka too.
I mean, even CeeDee Lamb talking about Wan'Dale Robinson is nasty.
Yeah, just you got to get on the ball. You don't think, if the Chiefs had Wan'Dale Robinson, oh my goodness.
I'm telling you, they got those plays in their playbook, and they don't want to call them because of who the quarterback is.
And because of who the coach is.
Guess what? You gonna get your motherfucking self fired. Go ahead.
I believe those plays were Kafka, and Dabo ego won't allow Kafka to call them plays. Because
Yeah.
I do believe all them plays where you see Slayton going across the line of scrimmage and getting those deep dig routes, that's Kafka. Because he knows how to use those speed guys. Guess that's all Kansas City does is use speed.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Brian Dable never really had speed guys like that. At Gabe Davis and all that. That shit was fucking Josh Allen, bro. Ad-libbing. I'm telling you, it's like that now. That shit don't fucking work if you don't have an alien at quarterback. That's why I get so mad. You don't have to have a guy like that to win games. Kirk Cousins ain't like that. That's a scheme they ran over there with the Vikings. You don't have to have an almighty quarterback to win games. You don't have to have that. We got the talent to win right here, but the plays that you are calling are not conducive to what this team is. That's why they went and got Malik Neighbors. Stephon Diggs. That's why he got 18 targets. Kafka had it to where you can have guys like Wan'Dale Robinson, Slayton, and Hyatt.
Richie
And you can get those guys in the middle of the
James,
field.
Isaiah
Yeah.
Hodgins.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys a
Dane
question.
Bellinger.
I'm gonna ask you guys a question, right? You ready for this? I want you guys to go watch the Green Bay game that we played last year, right? Tommy DeVito was the quarterback.
Yes.
I want you to think about the routes that Wan'Dale Robinson ran in the Green Bay game.
Man, all type of routes.
Why the fuck has he not run any variations of those routes this season? Isn't the Green Bay game the game that we looked at and said, this is who this boy is when he's healthy?
Yeah. They had him in motion the whole game. They had him running option routes. They had him running out and ups. Like it was man, I'm telling you, bro. I think that shit, like NYG said, I think that's Kafka's plays.
I know it's Kafka's plays. Why the fuck you think he announced, I'm taking over the play calling moving forward?
So now
And
you
listen,
know
it's either
he's a
that,
sucker.
it's either that, or
Glad
it
you did
is.
that.
It's either that or it is like a little sabotage type run, and he's been guaranteed he's going to be the coach the next year, and he's going to be able to get his quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you
That's the
something
only
right
things
now.
I could get out of it.
I ain't giving that dude 3 years. I'm telling you that right now. I'm not giving the next quarterback 3 years. You better hit straight from the rookie motherfucking situation. He better be CJ Stroudish when he get the fucking hit.
And
You
that's
ain't getting
what
that from me.
NYG was making.
You ain't getting that from me.
That's why he doesn't trust them to get a quarterback, because if they don't succeed that very first year, they're probably going to get fired, and then you're putting them in a whole nother Daniel Jones situation.
Well, we got to do it because everybody got to go.
So I'm with NYG and saying, hey, look, if this is what the plan is and you showing me that you're gonna do this, I'm gonna fire you. I'm gonna get me a CEO head coach, and I'm gonna let him choose this guy and run his system starting from scratch.
That's where I'm at.
You gotta do
That's
that
the only way
because
you got to do it.
yeah, because if you do that shit and you let Brian Daboll and Joe Shane get their quarterback and you fire him after one season, you're setting your franchise back another 4 years.
I'm right.
And that doesn't make sense to me either. So the only thing that really makes sense to me is benching Daniel Jones and moving forward.
So put DeVito in?
No, just bench Daniel Jones and move forward and call the fucking plays the way you're supposed to be calling them.
You put in Drew Lock, and if he flops, you put in DeVito, and you go from there. And you basically, you're going to wiggle out the season and to a couple wins and have a high draft pick and draft a quarterback.
And it doesn't make sense on Mara's part unless he's in on it and saying, hey, look, you're going to be the coach the next couple of years. Do what you want with DJ, and we're going to get our quarterback next year. Because if he's not in on it, why the fuck would I bring you back looking at this garbage? You see what I'm saying? Like, if he's doing a real evaluation of Brian Daboll or Joe Shane, and Brian Daboll showing that he's willing to sabotage his own quarterback, why the fuck would I bring you back?
Now here's a theory. Hear me out. I'm Unpopular Opinion Sports. Y'all hit that like button, man. We in the overtime. So I'm gonna give y'all another nugget. What if? Because we seen what they did on Hard Knocks, how they was targeting the quarterbacks or whatever. What if they went to John Mara and was like, look, we want a quarterback. We tried to get a quarterback. We couldn't get one. You didn't want us to do an Eli Manning type deal because he didn't. And I agree with him. You know what I'm saying? So what if they went to him and was like, look, we don't really think it's going to work with Daniel Jones. He doesn't really fit Dave's system. We're being nice. We try to make this work. Eventually we're going to have to move on from him. And Mara's like, okay. But at some point, you're going to have to make it look good. You can't. I don't think you can really go like 3 and 14 or you know what I'm saying, 4 and 13 or something like that. Like that's where they kind of stuck at because of this media. You know what I mean? So I think what they're trying to do is saying like, look, this dude just ain't good enough. We're in a bad position. We're gonna have to roll with Drew Lock. And then once he gets in there, watch they open up the playbook. Because now they don't got nothing to lose. Because now the headache is out the window. Which is Daniel Jones. Because he's the headache for everybody. He's the headache for the fan base, the media, the coaching, Joe Shane, John Mara. Like it sucks to be that guy, and I hate it for him. I really do, because it's crappy. But this is New York, and that's why I do Heart of the City. One thing I know about New York, they don't care about your feelings.
No, I mean, I think that'd be the best thing for him is to go 3 and 14 and so on. To guarantee you'll get one of the top 2 quarterbacks. That's the best thing for him. And if Daniel Jones is as bad as they think he is, you continue to let him play and continue to lose games, and you.
I don't know if Brian Daboll, like, to me, I think.
By the way you just explained it, that means John Mara is with him, so they're not going anywhere. John Mara agrees.
John Mara is gonna have to fight off this media.
Who? Okay, cool. Everybody expect them to be bad anyway. So what are they gonna do? Bash them for getting the quarterback that they wanted? Come on, man. They should be happy.
I agree, and I think
that doesn't make any sense. If you're a fan, you should want Daniel Jones to play this whole season and lose all these games so you can get Cam Ward or whoever's the top quarterback at the end of next year, and you move on. They won't have anything to complain about because he's bringing their superhero, the new quarterback.
The problem with letting Daniel Jones play is the injury guarantee. So if you bench him, you know what I'm saying, just based on poor play, because
that's what I'm saying. Let the team go 0-6, 0-7, bench him, bring in Drew Lock, let his sorry ass play because he ain't gonna win you no games. Go 3 and 14. You might win 3 or 4 games with Drew Lock.
He'll try to win a few games just so he can say that his play calling works or whatever.
His play calling works, whatever.
That's what I'm saying.
You win 3 to 4 games. You get the number 2, maybe one of the number 2 pick, and you go get your quarterback. And then it'd be even more grave if the Panthers had a number 1 pick and they say they still believe in whatever the little nigga's name is, Bryce Young. Then there you go. You got the number 1 quarterback at the number 2 or 3 spot.
They're about to trade Bryce Young's ass.
You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I think it's a win-win situation. As long as Daniel Jones didn't get hurt, you win. Yeah. Especially if John Mara's in on it and be like, okay, I see what you're talking about. Go get your guy.
I think that's a possibility.
I'm gonna be like this with John Mara. John Mara is old school, and I know people say like this, they can't wait a couple more years, but I think John Mara won like Archie Manning. the Manning family. I mean,
I do believe that as well.
He's so. I mean, because you know how Archie
But you
Manning
would have to be trash for the next 2 years.
I don't
because
think
he's not the starter this year. He's not coming out after this year. He'll be the starter next year. So you won't be able to get him to 2026. And let me tell you something. There's a quarterback in Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
That dude is Jaden Daniels on crack. That's the best quarterback at 20. That's the next it.
Yeah, I forgot.
That's the next it. I promise you. As long as that dude don't get hurt, go watch him play. I forgot his name. It's something weird. But look up Tennessee quarterback and just watch him.
Oh, they play Oklahoma.
Don't watch the highlight. Just watch him play. Watch the speed that he has. Watch the accuracy that he has. Watch the arm that he had. That dude is next, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
He will be the number 1 pick in 2026.
That's what I'm saying. That's probably the better class for the quarterback. So this year's class coming out, Shedeur and other guys. I don't.
And guess what? Maryland will probably take Arch Manning over that dude.
Nico,
because of the Manning family. But that dude there, legit. I would take him right now.
Right.
That dude is raw.
So this year, next year.
Has the name you're looking for Nico Iamaleava?
Yeah, Nico Iamaleava. Whatever his name is, just call him Cole.
Well, he got a big showdown on Saturday. I think Coach is calling that game with Tennessee and Oklahoma. So
that dude is nice. I said, oh my God, that dude is Jaden Daniels on crack with a better arm, just amount of speed, bigger, like 6'5". Man, yeah, him and Arch are coming out the same year, Zion, and Nico is way better than him. I'm sorry.
Nico Iamaleava.
Iamaleava, something like that. It's something weird, but yeah, South Carolina quarterback is not bad either. There's a quarterback from Missouri that's not bad either called Brady. I think Brady Cook. Yeah, Brady Cook. He's gonna be good. That 2026 class might be special, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be conducive to wait another 2 years.
Lenoris Sellers, is that the name of the Gamecock quarterback you're looking for?
Yep. But man, I appreciate you guys, man. I gotta get some rest. I gotta be the word
too, man.
And I'd like to thank all you guys for tuning in. But man, until the next episode, y'all got anything to say before we get out of here?
Well,
peace.
You can catch all these content creators tomorrow night for Patriots and Jets. I'll be in Phillies and Mets. Pat willing to come in for the first hour or so if he so wishes.
I don't know. I get off work, so I'm going to have to go straight into the stream once I get off work, Mets. But if I can, you know I will.
All right.
All right.
This is at 7:15.
All right, fellas. Well, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button to the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. And until the next episode, which will be tomorrow. Y'all let us, man. Y'all holla at us, man. Peace.
Like and subscribe.
This has been a Big Blue Crew Sports Network production.